Hey, Stacy and Eliza, how you doing? Did the crazy lady return? No, but we spent the $10. I still can't fucking believe that happened. You know, like, oh my god, I'm still kind of in fuck, man. And I'm mad because I'm like, it's like, yes, something's got to be done, but like, I went to cigarettes. That's what the 10 went to. Oh, you having trouble at work already, Stacy? Yeah. Call center work, you know. Yeah, let's defeat some random monsters and collect gold pieces. That is the way to go.
Such a prude.
Birthday boy's just nervous, but don't worry. Everyone at Sures's caress is a...
I can't believe I'm outside a brothel. What if my mother finds out? Oh, God's above.
Dude, all right, let me show you how to go into a brothel. This is how you do it. You open the door, you click on the inside, and you go in. You talk to the mistress.
Your pleasure is mine, sweeting.
Mistress will not have sex with you. But if you want to get the real lay of the land, you talk to the cat.
My favorite ungainly animal. That's rather a broad topic. We get all sorts here. But there is one frequent visitor whose very presence offends me. He dresses fabulously, but stinks of the hells. Something infernal, to be sure. Abhorrent. The Drow, two of our most popular courtesans. A night with them seems to be rather life-changing, if you can afford it. Of course, they are siblings, but judging from the throngs of clients they draw, most of the city is as disgusting as they are.
Meaning, if you want to have an incest fantasy, here it is. You walk in here. Now, unfortunately, they won't. The tiefling girl is not available.
We can dance if you want to.
Can we leave our friends behind? Because if they don't dance, then they ain't no friends of mine.
We can dance.
My. I can tell you are a special one from a single glance.
Yeah,
You
didn't
have
we
but to
already...
ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure.
Wait, didn't we
Don't
already
be shy.
fucking do it? Didn't I already hire you? Why are you acting like I...
A new face? Looking for another chapter of dirty lore for your biography?
You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so we fled.
We found surfacers crave the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work.
Well, I'm half drow, so,
Perhaps, once we have saved more gold, another adventure will begin. We've had busier days, but life is comfortable here with Mamselle.
I'd have to restrain myself far more than any play bindings do if I worked in another field. This is a place where I can be myself boundlessly.
you had a drunk
There are
vet call
so
who was
many
so
who
sweet
come to
and
me
funny.
Speaking of a
Aw.
fixation that no one else has ever been able to share with them, and never will again. A once-in-a-lifetime moment of passion. Every day. What could be better? Don't you want to try it? Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick. Darling, we're not fooling anyone. Unless you pay me to make a fool of you. You'll just have to see what is in store.
Huh. All right, Karila.
Here, I'm not going to start an argument. I just want to know why you turned the boss down. Cheeky. We might be in a brothel, but I'm not that kind of gal. You should reconsider, though.
Nah, I ain't
The
reconsidering.
boss might be a devil, but he'll treat you more honestly than anyone else in the city.
Yeah, but he's also so powerful. Bullshit.
Listen, because I'll only say this once. This fight isn't just about Baldur's Gate, or the Sword Coast, or even Faerun. If the Brain wins, the Illithid Empire returns, and worlds you've never even dreamed of will die. Raphael can stop it. He wants to. And he knows how. You're the key. You always have been.
Then what?
He's a devil. It's his nature. He needs to get his due. I won't pretend he's an altruist.
Well, there's my
He's
shoulder.
looked at the balance sheet. No world, no souls. And it's hard to get leverage on an Illithid. They make terrible clients. I doubt it. But even if you do, you won't survive the fight. I'd reconsider if I were you.
How about you reconsider these nuts? Oh, I didn't talk to Hoots.
Now, that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it. Welcome to Sharess's Caress. What can Hoots do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon. Or maybe...
Booty juice.
forget it. My new brew could drop you in the wink of a spectator's eye. Sharess Caress, the mamsel's brainchild. Wet your tongue, soak your skin, scratch your itch. Get the attention you want and avoid the attention you don't.
Brew sounds
Don't know
potent.
about that, chum. Hoots Hooch packs a stronger wallop than all 10 of my knuckles. Could beef you up, Sharpen your tongue, or knock you out cold. No telling till the first drop hits your gullet.
I'll take my chances. Barbarian.
The man knows what he wants. First one's on the house. So, don't come bawling to me if your big toes fall off or your tongue coils in a knot. Have a look.
I got Hoots Hooch. All right, what else we got here? Amiel the Drunkard. Ooh. I don't think I have anything I want. I have a pearl here. Insufficient gold? What is this?
All set, are you?
I'm temporarily petrified.
Was that human boy insisting on paying his version of High House of Wonder?
Damn. Well,
Press your belly to the bar, chum. Try Hoots Hooch. Cuts real deep. Pleasure to serve.
look, I need to be being turned to stone, so, yeah, we're gonna fuck off.
Which means we're getting a real room.
If it'll make you feel better, then fine. 15 roses.
You look like someone whose soul needs feeding. Care to buy some art?
Yeah, let's take a look. Ooh. Gorgeous maroon dye. I like these dyes. Do we have black? Wait. Black and azure. Yeah, why not?
Do come again.
Just another day in motherfucker land. Psychic resistance. Gorgeous maroon dye.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, that looks cool.
No one stopped me yet.
All right, let's check out the flop house again. Fucking figure this shit out.
Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be?
In a bun.
Come back soon. Fresh catch every day, guaranteed.
Would you make a plot line using Speak with Animals? What? There is a plot line with Speak with Animals in this thing. Every plot line has Every plot line has has like a Speak with Animals component to it.
How's an adventurer supposed to do a damn job around here?
There's that sweet mug. Fionn. Poor lass. Works her arse off for the mumselle, but don't get much in return. Not seen her mug for a carp's age. I figured she'd gone up the road while the going was good. Killer on the loose. Cult army marching wee way. Been thinking I might scarp her too.
What if they build a machine that can drink points? Put half the bloody city out of jobs, that.
Yeah, I don't like the fucking... Whoa. Hey, wait a minute. There's a ladder up here. And no one's here, but I don't feel like stealing from a flophouse. That seems a little low.
Means we're getting a real make you feel better than 5. 15 low cities.
Brothel, pleasure house, den of decadent delights.
A lot going on here. I could just start attacking people to see who's a fucking doppelganger, but like, that's probably a bad idea. That is probably a bad... Do you guys think that's a bad idea? You know, I'm starting to think it's a great idea. I'm starting to think it's a great idea. Let's just start hitting people. Hey, you. Are you a doppelganger? Because I could attack you.
Best keep your hands to yourself.
Oh. All right, maybe there's like a way to... Let's go outside, see what we can find.
Mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do.
Come on.
Which means we're getting a real room. 15 low cities.
Frygos Flophouse it is. Okay, that's the... All right. All right, whoever can get up here with me, we're gonna... I'm surprised Astrian can't jump up here, because, like, isn't he like a thief? Shress's Cress. Oof! Is this still the flop house or is this something else? Oh no, that's the
Oh, Father, give me strength.
Oh, now we're back in the middle of this. Come on. Come on.
I'd probably break his nose. Good boy.
Oh, maybe there's something down here. Or not. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Wait. What just got updated? You know what?
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real room.
This adventurer lark is rubbish. Should have listened to me, da. Become a tanner. Bet they're gasping for tanners in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, you'd still be sitting out here. So, whatevers. You do whatever pussy tanning you need. I need armor. Okay, let's see. Traveler's chest. Yeah, I'm taking that. Yeah, I'm taking that too. See, now I'm annoyed. Now I'm annoyed. Traveler's chest. Okay, can we... All right, what about this wardrobe? Aha! All right, here we go. Can we... Wait, what? Yo, I'm gonna need everyone in here. That's not what I was expecting. A lot of thief tools. Surgery kit.
Blood near the bed.
Oof.
Notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor.
Okay. Investigation.
You notice the blood's source. A body.
God
hidden
damn it.
under the bed.
All right, whose body is it? Well, looks like a female dwarf to me. Oh, God, another key.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
Yeah. Hey, get up here. We need speak with Dad. Oh, my God.
No time to waste.
We'd be better off sleeping in the gutter than that den of emergency.
Oh, I can't sit here until the end of the time.
Da-da-da-da. Up here. Yep. Come on. Come on. God damn it. Hurry up. All right. We all here? Great.
I'm ready.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
All right. Who are you?
Theon, Gold Grind.
Jeez.
Landlord. Contraband storage.
Okay.
Murdered by my son.
Okay.
That's awful.
Okay.
Dolor. Found his secret. My sweet boy. Why?
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
On I go.
Okay. Yeah, time for us to start looking around.
To rest.
Poking around and shit. Blood-stained note, read. 2 hands, now 2 hands, 2 of them, more needed. Not enough. Must cover myself in glory to be covered in blood. More. What? I'll take a ghastly bottle.
Music and all-round pleasant folks.
Ah, cursed to put my hands on everything. These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here too.
Messy spiders of deep red brown and purple scup of parchment. Those wishing to face Dreadlord's tribunal and enter the Temple of Baal. Oh. Must slay the targets on this list and frame the corpses as a murder by the cult of the Absolute. Bring to hand as proof of killing. Walk in blood. Duke Stelmane. Ooh. Father Lorgan. Ooh, okay. Cool. Dribbles the Clown. Alexander Rainforest. Oh boy. Frank Peartree. Cora Highberry. Some of these aren't dead yet. Okay, this is like... I better take this. I'll take the disguise kit too. What the fuck?
Let's have a look. Are those organs in these vials? Ugh.
Yeah. A little gross. All right. Oh, whoops. Traveler's chest. Hey, Yogi. How you doing, man? Do you want to get on and talk for a bit? I don't mind playing Baldur's Gate, but I mean, like, I'd rather see a friend. You know, nah saying.
That should work. Never wanted the easy path.
Sure, dude. Okay, yeah. Do you need time to get ready? Or are you, like, ready to go?
I wonder. I must keep going.
Whoa. Oh. Jesus. That looks like more than 2 hit points of blood, if I'm being honest.
I've got a long road ahead. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Means we're getting a real room.
I forgot where I saw it. Was it the flop house? No, obviously wasn't here.
And all round pleasant folks, from what
Yep, I'm in the brothel. Good to go? All right, yeah, I just wanted to point out this one Forgotten Realms thing that I had seen earlier that I was like, oh, it's really cool they did this. But now I gotta find it. Okay, it's not in here. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, oh, here it is. No, wait, I don't think that's it. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's this one. Oop. All right, so I'll just tell you what it is. Since obviously I've forgotten where it is exactly. On a wall somewhere, there's actually a painting of a very obscure Forgotten Realms goddess named Shantea. She is the dwarven fertility goddess. And was generally the and was like the preferred goddess in like a bunch. For some reason, like she was a goddess that would like recurringly appear in my D&D games. Not because I put her there, but because a character always was like a cleric or a paladin that worshipped her. Oh no, she's not a dwarf. She's just, curvy. Sorry, I had to look it up. All right. Come on, Zoom. You can do it. Da-da-da. Okay, Yugs sent you the thing. View. It's view. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, it's food. Oh.
What's up, host?
Alrighty, what up? Hold on, it says you're John. That's not correct.
How dare you? I'm my own person, my own identity.
Oh man, how you been, dude?
I'm alright. I can't complain. That's a lie. I could always complain.
I was about to say.
Wouldn't do it. It just wouldn't do anything. But nah, I'm good.
All right.
I got. What was it? I had a moment of confronting whiteness the other day.
Oh dang!
And it was not directly, and that's the thing that got me, right? It wasn't a direct confrontation. It was a passive aggressive. Let me leave a note about how I think your lawn looks in your
Well, that's
mailbox.
that's how whiteness works, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's a great passive aggression, you know.
It was real weird because okay, so I haven't cut my grass in 2 weeks for 2 reasons. One, because the past couple weeks have been extremely rainy over here.
Okay.
And 2, my mower broke. I had bought a new one. It just got here today, but I needed to wait for it.
Okay.
And so this bitch, and I know who it is because there's only one person in the neighborhood left who's old enough to remember my grandparents because she left this note. It was typed in my mailbox, and it said
no.
And it said, you know, your and grandparents' names always kept the property nice. Why can't you do that? And I was like,
bitch, I know you did not just fucking.
I'm like, get my grandmama's name out your mouth.
You goddamn fucking truffle stuffer. Like, you fucking
honky bitch.
Yeah, like fucking. Oh my God.
Like, you talking about my honor debt? No. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you, definitely. Oh my God. Like, you know, your grandmother. Well, you know, your grandmother's dead too. So, like, shut the fuck up.
And I'll tell
you hag. You know?
I'll tell you something else, Barbara. My grandmother hated you. She talked shit about you behind your back. You shut the fuck up, Barbara.
Is her name actually Barbara?
Yeah, and my grandmother did talk shit about her behind her back too. So I'm like, you shut the fuck up, Barbara. Everyone knows about how fucked up your family is. We all talk about the shit that goes on in your house in this neighborhood, Barbara. You shut the. Oh my God.
What is it about some people that just can't mind their own goddamn business? I guess
I don't know.
Do they have no goddamn business?
I don't know, but also I like to point it out. It's grass, man. It's just grass. Like, calm the fuck down.
No, I'm just like.
Oh no, it's a few inches higher than quote unquote it should be because of the weather. Oh no.
Horrible. Horrible. How dare.
Well, that person's green carpet is longer than my green carpet. That's shag. We can't have that. We're a Berber neighborhood. We can't have that.
We do bubba in this place. No, you can't eat it like that. You gotta boil it first.
So the glue gets
soft. You know, oh, look at the time. I don't want to fucking make ends meet, Daddy.
I don't want to go in and make insulation. You put on your respirator. Oh no, but I'll tell you, I thought, let's see, I thought today was going to be disappointing because I had ordered a new skirt for myself. Sizing was off. However, company's going to send the correct thing literally tomorrow, so it's all good.
Well, that's good.
I know, right?
Could have been worse.
How to put it? Wait, what?
Could have been worse.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, because you know, it's one of those like black skirts where it's like, hey, there's a little slip cut, but there's like a ring connecting the slip cut. So it's one of those things where it's like I put it on and I was like, this is actually a bit too loose, and that's not good with this. like you know what I mean? It's like one of those things of no. I bought it to look like a slut when I go out. It needs to be tighter. Like this is. So how are you doing?
Oh my god. Let me get a drink. Because the problem, see that fan that you're waving?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're getting that now.
Oh no.
I know. Climate change is making the city hot. And I'm like, oh, fuck. That's not good.
Not the city.
Well, it's one of those, I could get used to it, but I know what it really means. So I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Fair.
Like, this happens in LA. It's like, yeah, everything's fine. You know, this is supposed to be like this. But it's like in San Francisco.
Where you're like,
that
but
means
the
warm air came from the north. That's
no,
not,
exactly.
That's
like,
not good. I mean, warm air is not supposed to come from there.
No, and you're just like, there's a body of water. The sea breeze is supposed to keep this shit cool. The fuck's going on?
Mm-hmm. You know, like it's like an LA autumn in here right now. I'm like, that's not good.
Oh my god, hi everybody. It's so nice to see you. Hey. Oh. It is hot here. I'm not gonna lie though, it is hot. No other notifications go away. I'm having a conversation with people I want to talk to. Let me see. Can I look at the chat? Is that a thing I can do? Let's see. Oh, hey, Town Eccentric. How you doing?
Woo! Oh boy, hey John, how you doing? Oh,
Johnny.
Yeah. All right. So how am I doing? How am I doing? Bro, I've been trying to figure that out for 4 days.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Because like, I've been off my meds for like a month. Not complete. No, let me put it this way. I'm not off my meds, but my meds are off.
Oh, like dosages and shit. We ain't quite.
Yeah. It ain't quite working. Things ain't working. And so it's been not awesome. You know, like, God damn it. Hold on.
I mean, it's been 1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side, and said you're angry. But yeah, I got you.
Yeah. It's been 1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head, and said that you were angry. Yeah.
3 weeks of the living room. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So, that and the heat, my brain just ain't been working really good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And all cool down attempts are, of course, temporary because it's about the weather.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
Well, what happened?
I have no fucking idea. Just all of a sudden, text from a thing just was like, yeah, we're just gonna show up now. I'm like,
oh wait, was it like an image?
No, it was like, I don't know how to describe it. It was just one of those, I hit a button, all of a sudden there was text on the screen.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, the fuck is that? I don't need that. We don't need that shit. So yeah, I've been just trying to fucking figure myself out while still working. The work is slow, you know. I finally today finished a thing that I wanted to get done by Tuesday.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. But it's a thing I get frustrated with my creative work, which is motherfuckers know when it's done.
I mean, yeah.
And I hate that. It's like, no, there should be a completion point.
No, it's
But my brain works in such a weird way that, like, I got the ADHD, and the ADHD part of my meds is what's missing. So it's getting harder. And I still got to wait 6 more days before I can even talk to somebody about fucking getting this fixed. Because I go into the pharmacy and I'm like, hey, I have an Adderall prescription that I need refilled. And I know I'm supposed to come in to get it refilled because you have to call the doctor. And then he has to respond and like all this jazz. Well, apparently they changed the fucking process.
And didn't alert people?
Correct. So now I have
seems
to
dumb.
see the doctor and talk to him before we can get this straightened out. And I'm like, why am I the middleman? Can't he just like go, yeah, like that's fine and just wave a magic wand at it like normal?
You know what's kind of funny about you saying that? About why do I have to be the middleman in this equation?
Yeah, why am I the middleman? I'm not getting paid.
What's funny about you saying that is I literally at my job had that moment today.
Oh, really?
I literally had the exact same moment today, which was, all right, so my department supervisor, as well as the administration, announced through email over the weekend, over this like past weekend, hey, so Thursday, during everyone's lunch break, we're having this meeting. It's really important. We're gonna feed you, so don't worry. You're gonna get food. But there's this really important meeting, and it's from this time to this time. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not just my lunch break. That's part of also like our duty time, which means that other stuff that was more pressing that we could have gotten done, that we could get done is not going to get done. So I'm like, oh, okay, so this must be important because otherwise it'd be stupid.
Right.
When we get there, first of all, food late, which fuck you. We got it, but fuck you.
That is not great.
No, it's annoying. And then essentially what the point of the meeting was is, you know, that they set this whole thing up and they're like, okay, cool. So hey, as administrators, we have all of your schedules, like, you know, in front of us and available at the click of a button. But instead of us making sure everybody's schedule syncs up correctly, and instead of us seeing which people could fill in for each other if someone is absent, here, you do it. Okay, bye. You do.
So the
your own
people who called the meeting just fucked off.
Yeah, they literally they called us for this. It was something that in and of itself could have just been an email. And then the thing that the meeting was about that could have just been an email was them telling us, hey, our brains hurt, so you do the work that you do a piece of work that technically we should be doing.
What do you do again right now?
I work in the public school system as a one-on-one instructional aide in an autism program at the school that I work at. And I love our kids; they're great. I love my job; it's great. I don't love when administration goes. Well, actually, I don't like when administration does anything. Well, I don't like when they do anything.
Fuck administration. And administration in school is the most I'm gonna be honest.
Mhm.
Administration is a school. Administration is they're fucking overpaid and they have too much authority.
Hmm.
Way too much authority. They do nothing, but they have all the fucking authority. And every time a school budget is increased, does it go to the teacher? Does it go to the maintenance of the school? No, it goes to the fucking administrators. And you're like, why are they? All they're here to do is soak up money. Fuck them. Yo,
I mean,
fuck them.
And the thing that made it even the thing that makes it even more annoying is that so this year I'm working at one of the high schools. So specifically, well, here's the thing. So specifically, because of the age range of people we're working with, I'm also working as with my charge. I am working as a job coach because this also includes like the school to work program, which is a brilliant program, and I'm very happy with all the people we have in that room. Everyone that I intimately work with in my department is fantastic, and I love them. But it's one of those things of like, hi, you just took time out of my day that could have been used actively helping like people. I would no. That's I'm like, that's why we have you. You do this paperwork and I do this over here. That's the point of you.
Yeah, you're here to take work off of my shoulders, not for me to do your work. Because I guarantee you, whatever work you do is bullshit.
And look, I get it because I'm not saying that what they do doesn't have like their own hardships. Beyond the fact that paperwork is already just awful, no matter what it is. And you're dealing directly with parents, and you're like you're dealing with board of ed and with the state. I get it.
I don't.
But
I don't. Every administrator I have ever dealt with in any capacity has always been worthless. Like, all they're there to do, in my opinion, is to put a buffer between everybody else and all the other administrators. They're there to create a labyrinthine level of process that does not need to be there, that is not required to be there, that they created themselves just because they failed at everything else in life. I have no respect for school administration whatsoever. Like, my opinion is that their job could and probably should be done by a trained dog. It would be more useful. A dog can at least follow instructions some of the time. Yeah, I have opinions. I have opinions.
Hey, look, guys. One of the other jobs that could actually be done by AI, like executives, could all just be replaced by calculators.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They're Galgafrinchins. It's like, what do you do that's actually so fucking important that you have authority over anything? Shouldn't you be under the teachers?
Like, well, I sit in the big desk and I push the button. Is that all?
Yeah, that's basically it, But we all act as if they're supposed to have as if they have this authority, and it's like, no, they're not supposed to have that authority. They're functionaries. the functionaries are are supposed to have authority over certain functions, not the school as a whole.
I do find it funny though. I do find it funny that like just after like my first couple weeks in this particular building, recently a couple of coworkers came over to me during a lunch break and they sat with me and they were like, "Hey, can we ask you something?" Yeah, sure. What? You you already know all the people here who you shouldn't like associate with, don't you? Like you already know all the people who work here who are fuck ups, don't you? And I'm like, is it obvious that I know?
It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. You know, like it really doesn't take long to realize who's an idiot when you're actually watching people work.
You see that's the thing. That's the thing of it, which was my response. I'm like, "Hi, so you notice how like that first week I was here, I was real quiet? Yeah, I was watching all you."
Yeah. Like there was this, I don't remember the guy's actual last name, so I just call him Mr. Spicoli. He was weird. He was one of those history teachers that like was a little too into Asian girls.
Oh no.
Yeah. He was odd. But then there was Mr. Brown, who was black, by the way. Mr. Brown was great, and he was really interesting. And I could tell he and Mr. Spicoli didn't get along. And the reason, and I could tell, and I was like, what is this? Oh, I get it. Mr. Brown is a Vietnam vet. Spicoli is a high school football coach.
Can I say I can say this on here because I haven't named names and no one knows what school or district I work in. So I'm just gonna say this. I literally hate all the male gym teachers at the school I work at.
Oh no, I've never met one that was likable.
I absolutely hate all of them. They make me uncomfortable, and I would like to slash their tires.
Yeah. Oh, surprise visit from Donald and Arlene. Oh, I'll have to deal with that in a minute.
Wait, who's in?
Apparently, someone has stopped by, according to Horror Guru.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I've had lesbian instructors for gym too, but like I got a very weird and special breed of lesbian instructor. It was when I was going to Catholic school.
Oh no.
That's a whole level of that's a whole level of
answer.
messed up, you know. Like we're not talking like we're not talking like either a muscle mama or just like, you know, like a bit, you know. No, it's like imagine the most out of shape diesel dyke you've ever seen as a physical education instructor. That's not encouraging. And worse than that, she was a cunt. I hated her.
Oh no.
Although the biggest cunt that we had in the school was one of the 7th grade teachers. Was it Miss Tucker? Fuck her.
I don't like that name. I don't like that.
Yeah, I think her last name was Tucker. I'm just, you know, no, Catholic nuns are not lesbians, even if they are. I don't even qualify them as women. I'll be honest. Completely different animal.
No, they're kind of like
you know,
it's not the Furies, but they do a very similar thing. They're like any of like the old haggard bird women of Greek mythology. It's like, no, don't go there.
Oh, well, at least they could sing. But like, no, like to me, the nuns is like a different animal because, you know, like, you shouldn't hit a woman. No, I'm not hitting a woman. I'm hitting a nun. Big fucking difference. Any fucking person who the majority of her day either is taken up beating up or lamenting that they can no longer beat up children, fuck you.
I've literally seen a nun throw a student down a flight of stairs.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're allowed to be the meanest fucking cunts in existence, you know, through the power of Jesus. And no, I have no respect whatsoever.
Always consider this, children. You know who else besides us? You know who else is scared of nuns? Priests are scared.
Priests are scared of nuns. Yeah,
that's true. That's absolutely true. They're terrified. And that should say something to you. I fucking like how to put it. Just the presentation and character of the Penguin from the Blues Brothers movie. That's 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Go. Like, yeah. Those bitches float, and it's creepy.
Well, that's how you know. When a nun is like, I think there's something funny about Father McTaggart, and I'm a little afraid of him. You're like, he's raping children, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how, like for instance, if anybody who has seen, and it's a wonderful movie, it's beautifully shot, amazingly acted, but anyone who's ever seen Doubt, we all knew the minute that haggard old bitch looked at Philip Seymour Hoffman sideways, we all knew he was guilty.
Oh, yeah.
We all knew. We didn't have to watch the rest of the play.
Mm-hmm. You know, like, that's the one thing I would always be like, that's the one thing that's like one thing you can count on, you know. It's not for your benefit, by the way. Just you know, it's just a tell.
Yeah.
You know, because they're not trying to be helpful. That's why why when it's a young nun who fucking tries to uncover anything, she ends up dead. You know, like almost without fail. And I'm not talking movies here, although yes, in movies.
Are we gonna get into the the keepers? Are we gonna get into what happened to Sister Kathy Snesnik? Are we gonna go there?
Dude, let me put it this way. That was not an isolated incident. I lived in Maryland.
No, it was not.
Yeah. The Baltimore Archdiocese is it's the 800-pound gorilla that's got that beats you over the head with its dick. It that's what it is. The Baltimore Archdiocese basically rules the Maryland Catholic Church. It rules it.
For anyone who grew up outside the Catholic Church and would not know this, Baltimore is the oldest Catholic city in America. And it's weird because people go, oh, wouldn't it be like Boston or New Orleans? Or no, Baltimore. It is the first and oldest like synodic archdiocese in the United States. It is like the concentrated seat of Catholic power in the continental United States, and it's freaky.
Yeah, it's basically it's the Catholic stronghold of the U.S.
You ever when you're in Baltimore, you ever like downtown, you ever like drive past the building?
Mm-hmm.
It's freaky, man. It looks like something out of Orwell. It's fucked up. It's fucking huge. It's this huge.
Dude, I never didn't think of the Omen when I went by that place.
No, because by the way, anyone who hasn't been to Baltimore, it's not like a cathedral-like Gothic building. No, it looks like it's a corporate-looking building, but it doesn't look like it's a company. It just radiates evil. Like something's wrong with it.
Yeah. Well, like even the fucking Masonic, the Masonic Temple in Baltimore is also feels that way, which is weird. Sorry,
yeah, I don't like those.
No, yeah, the ones in Maryland, like you're like, do you guys have like the Shroud of Turin for real somewhere? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I've been invited to like one or two Grand Lodge events in Baltimore, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on down there, but there's
Yeah, it's
something that the rest of us
weird. Yeah, it's weird, you know. Well, they're all like super, like all those people are like super conservative, you know, and like American libertarian is as far left as you can get, you know, and even that's like, oh, that's how progressive of you in comparison to everything else that you do. Yeah, it's hey, happy birthday, Skull Maggot. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And yeah, no. So yeah, young nuns dying because they uncovered a priest sexual predator ring is kind of a common occurrence in that area. You know, every like 5-10 years, there's like another body shows up that no one invested. Oh, we just couldn't figure out how this young sister died. Just couldn't figure it out. And I'm just sort of like, this is all you guys? And it's like becoming an adult. I'm like, oh, it is. It is what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And everyone said I was crazy.
I think my favorite you watched that documentary about Sister Kathy though, right?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. My favorite thing is, remember the part where they're talking to the guy from the FBI, like in the bureau office,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, yeah, so about like that letter that was sent to her, and he goes, letter, what letter? Yeah, you know, it was a really big important piece of evidence. Like, we turned it over to the Baltimore PD. Like, according to their record, they get wait, what? And he actually takes his microphone off, and he gets up. He's like, wait, hold on. This is the guy from the FBI handling the cold case. He's like, wait. And literally an hour later, he comes back and he goes, so I don't know who fucked up, but somebody fucked up or something, because there's all this paper trail evidence of this letter, and then that seems to be very important to this case, and it's gone. And the documentary crew's like, wait, what do you mean it's gone? And he's like, it's gone.
It's gone. Someone handed over to a priest who burned it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Yeah. That happens all the time. You know?
But he looks so befuddled. He looked so befuddled at this. I'm like, damn, the Federal Bureau of Investigation said, holy shit.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think someone was going to put country and law and children over Jesus?
And not just any Jesus,
Catholic Jesus? Did you really think that was going to happen? Oh, you're adorable. I got a fucking walk-in freezer's worth of young dead nun bodies that says otherwise. You know, like, holy crap. We can't figure out who did this. Oh really? Oh, really? No clues.
Really?
No leads. Uh-huh. Yeah, they're just it just turns out the Catholic assassins are just like, they're like invisible, man. They're like ninjas.
How to put it, it's one of those weird things where, like, oh, silly government, man. Did you forget that the Catholic Church literally thinks in century?
Motherfucker, like, there is look, man. There is a reason Assassin's Creed kind of starts when it does. Why it's set during the Crusades for the most part, except for that weird Scientology background bullshit that I fucking hate.
Look, I'm not saying that the Catholic Church is an ancient, shadowy, multinational conglomerate that secretly controls a huge part of the world. I am, however, saying that the actual body, animate body of Jesus Christ is chained in their basement, and they bleed him constantly.
Yeah. That's how they gain his power.
Power.
You know?
There is dark sorcery going on in there.
Yeah, oh man. The other thing I thought was really fucking funny is that no one put together something about the original Assassin's Creed that I'm like, wow, I can't believe you slipped that by everybody. Where
What was that?
he's one of the Hassassin.
Yes.
You know, and I'm like, this is a game where a Muslim assassin is going around killing Christian leaders.
Wait, did that get by people?
That got by people. I saw it immediately. And I was like, yeah.
Doesn't the word like get said like at least once? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, all right.
But like, yeah, I'm like, wow, people really don't notice this. You really just want to run around and kill people. You know, okay. Like, it would be like, I don't know what it would be like, all right, I'm a British assassin trying to kill George Washington, which, mind you, would make an amazing game. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, it would, because I'll be honest, fuck that guy. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
well, like when they set one of those things in the Revolutionary War, I was like, oh, dude, have at it. And then the game sucked. I was like, God damn it, guys. Just fucking, you know, just run around, kill dudes. I mean, I don't think we need you to change the game system. It really is all about sneaking around, jumping on a a steampunk zip line and then fucking knifing somebody. Like that's the whole deal.
I feel it would have been really cool if like I feel it would have been really cool if like, you know, like Ben Franklin was like had like a satanic basement where he like sold prostitutes' organs to people.
Oh
or some
no,
shit.
that's Sleepy Hollow. You ever seen the show Sleepy Hollow? It's full of that shit.
Yeah.
It's the first like 3
Yeah.
seasons are full of that shit.
Yeah, it's weird. There's the underground bunker. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like an underground bunker. George Washington's trying to kill one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Benedict Arnold was a fucking demon summoner. And that's just in the first 5 minutes of one episode, man.
Yeah, I never quite understood making the Hessian like one of the horsemen of the apocalypse. I never got that. Like I sat there and I was like, no. I understand the concept. I just don't know why. Like I don't know why this is happening.
I think they should have kept him as the headless horseman, as the headless motorcycle guy with the 2 fucking AR-15s that shot people.
Yes.
I was really into that.
I also, you know what it is? I get, okay. I get why the Legend of the Headless Horseman is associated with Washington Irving, because he's the dude who
Wrote
it.
it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I really wish people would stop thinking that he made that up. I'm like, no, that's actual local folklore.
Yeah, it's a local legend. The town that it kind of got most popular in back in like 2009 officially renamed itself Sleepy Hollow.
Well, no, like there's actually like a historical Sleepy Hollow though.
Oh, hang on, let me deal with the beast. Peace. Hey. Yeah.
Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good evening. I hope you're enjoying watching us talk about random bullshit. And I'm gonna try real hard to like steer the conversation into ghost story territory. Because come on, it's October.
Beast. Oh.
So yeah, like there actually is a historical Sleepy Hollow. So where Washington Irving talks about it in the Hudson Valley, a bit beyond Tarrytown, like that place at like being called Sleepy Hollow, that exists. That's an actual place. And he knows and he knew that because he lived in Tarrytown. In fact, he's buried there.
Oh.
No, he's not. No, he's not buried in Tarrytown. He's actually buried in Sleepy Hollow. Like his house is in Tarrytown, but he's buried in Sleepy Hollow. And so you know how like in the story when they're telling the legend of the Hessian, how like he like rides out of like the old Dutch churchyard and he goes across the street and all that shit.
Right.
Yeah, that church is actually there.
Let me guess. It's not actually Dutch, is it? It's actually Deutsch.
No, it is.
Oh, it is Dutch.
No, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's it's original. Its true name is De Altes Nederlandes Kerke, or the Old Dutch Church. It was.
Does it have a grim?
A little bit.
It has a grim. Okay.
It was and still is part of the Dutch Reformed Protestant Church in America. It's the oldest church in the state of New York and the 15th oldest colonial building in the state of New York.
Huh.
Yeah. A lot of like big local history people are buried there. But like the tale of the Hessian is an actual local legend because if you know your Revolutionary War history, just like within like riding distance of that town is where the Battle of White Plains happened on October 28th, 1777. And so the Hessian in question did actually exist, and he did get his head fucking like knocked off and blown up by a cannonball. And his comrades took him to the Old Dutch Church, but the problem was he was buried without a head because his head turned into like fucking goo. And they couldn't find all of it.
Hence, they associated with the pumpkin.
Yeah,
because
that's actually why he got associated.
Yeah.
Yes. Also the anniversary, the anniversary of his death is the 28th of October. So people first started reporting seeing him around like the harvest holiday. So. Yeah.
Harvest time.
God, by the way, happy October.
Happy October. Yes. Happy Halloween month.
Yeah.
You hope. Oh, man. Like, I'm glad that I follow native TikTok.
It's one of the only good places.
Yes. I'm glad because it tells me that animist cultures all have one thing in common. All of them. And that is, fuck you, ghost. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know, like it's like this one guy, this one like comedian. Sometimes he does like spooky stories, but like he usually does funny stuff. And he was like, paranormal activity, native version.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a ghost comes out of a room. Guy just looks at him and is like, hey, starts shaking and rattling at him. And he's like, that's my grandma's room. You want me to bring her back? You want to deal with that? You want to deal with that? You want to deal with that? Get the fuck out of here. And the ghost is just like,
See, no, that's the
animist cultures, man. Don't take shit from ghosts, you know.
hey, if it makes you feel any better, we got that too. Because I'll be honest with you, there's a fuck ton of like Romani like traditions that's like, why are you doing that? Because fuck ghosts. That's why.
Yeah, because being an asshole. Like, are they paying rent? Are they helping out? No. Well, then we got ourselves a problem, then, aren't we?
It's just like, yeah, it's one of those things.
Is it the ghost of Christmas present? They can fuck right off.
It's one of those things of like, there's a ghost in the house. Is it one of our beloved ancestors? No. Get the fuck out.
He needs to get the fuck out of here. Look. Look. This.
No.
Or the words of one. Hey, this trailer is native land, okay? This has been owned by my family since 1993. You get the fuck out. Now.
Oh, no, that's true though. Like seriously, like I've gotten so sick, and I'm saying this as someone who loves paranormal shit.
Oh yeah.
I've gotten so sick and tired of like just all the shit that white people do regarding ghosts. I've gotten so sick and tired of it.
Yeah, but it comes down to this. White people have a real problem with ghosts. Like, they're the ones who are just consistently scared of ghosts and demons and things like that. You know, not that other people, not that other people aren't, but they know if there is a ghost, yeah, you did something.
No, exactly.
You did something.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's why Whitey's scared of ghosts, because I'm just like, no, you know you deserve this, don't you? You know you do.
Yeah, Reservation Dog's got it right. Grandma's spirit. If you break any of my chat, I'll go haunt you.
No, that's true.
Okay, Grandma. Yeah. Well, like, I think of like, I remember being a kid, and it's like, oh my God, what if there's like a ghost in the house? And I'm like, how's he doing? You know, who is it and what are they doing? Oh my God, it's Aunt What's-Her-Fuck. What's she doing over here? I thought she died in Chicago. Oh, she's haunting the family. Well, what kind of haunting? Is she trying to tell us where the treasure is buried? Or is she just like, you know, and now these days I'm like, oh, she's just being a bitch. You know, like just being a bitch, like, ooh, you're not paying attention to me. I want attention. America ain't the way it used to be. Fuck you, fucking Aunt Matilda. You still bothering us on fucking Thanksgiving. No,
Or you ever also notice that like that anytime like white people encounter anything paranormal, like they either and it's weird, right? Whenever it's a demon, they're like, oh, I have to investigate it. And then whenever it's a ghost, they're like, oh my God, we gotta exorcise it. I'm like, first of all,
that's backwards.
That's fucking, but you've noticed this, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, first of all, your ass got that backwards. Second of all, the concept of, oh, there's a ghost, we have to exorcise it. Wait. Have you tried putting out an orange and an incense stick? Have we tried this?
Yeah. Japan's got it right. It's a sort of like, Grandma's haunting us again. God damn it! Did you put the chopsticks in the rice bowl and put it in the family altar? No.
You didn't give the offering?
What do you mean you didn't offer great grandma rice? You fucking asshole. You know. And then there's the one kid who actually like brings up an important point. It's like, why are we giving grandma rice? Isn't that like, why do we give her a beef bowl or something? I'm like, grandma like that. Oh, God damn it. Hoist on my own petard. Now I got to buy a beef bowl for a dead guy, dead person.
Well, I'll tell you, like how to put it. Every day on my ancestor altar, every single fucking day, I put a glass of water, I put a glass of brandy, I light a candle, and I give incense every damn day. And people will ask, "Does that work?" I don't know.
You know, do you see a ghost? Arrest my case.
I was like, do you see a ghost? Do I live in abject poverty? Do I not have enough to take care of myself? Well then.
Well then. Who dug up a buried fucking treasure full of gold coins on their property? Not me, so fuck off. I need your judgment. Get the fuck out of here. These aren't your ancestors, they're mine. Now piss off. I don't need to deal with this shit. Oh my god, I saw a
What?
I forget what it's called, but it's a movie. It's about a Hindu girl, and there's like an evil Hindu spirit that's haunting her.
Okay.
And there's a moment in the trailer where she's turning on and off the light. And when the light's off, like there's a little demon with the little glowing eyes. When she turns off his clothes.
The new one, right?
Yeah, it's a new one that's coming out.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was like, this looks good, but my first reaction when she started playing with that, and I saw the little demon with its eyes, my initial reaction was like, hey, you better knock that off like a bad habit. I don't need that shit. We don't need that. Get the fuck out of the closet, man. Don't you know? You being in that closet's only doing emotional damage to yourself at this point. I'm telling you right now.
And then it's interesting because the reason we yell at them is because they'll look at us and go, aren't you scared? I'm not scared. I was startled and now I'm pissed.
Now I'm angry. What are you doing? Like, you better not be pissing on in there. You better not be pissing on things in there. I don't need your ectoplasmic piss all over the Sunday best or whatever I have that passes for it. I don't need to be all of a sudden cleaning out my closet going, oh my God, ghost piss. I do not need that.
So let me tell you something real quick. There's a wonderful, since my family are home who came from Hungary, there's a wonderful Hungarian folk tale about he's one of my favorite fucked up folk heroes. His name is Starving Matthias.
Okay.
He was called Starving Matthias because his name was Matthias and he was so fucking poor that he had nothing for him or his wife or children to eat. So he has a long, well, no, it's not a long, but he has a semi-complicated folktale. But it literally starts off with, well, one day Starving Matthias couldn't fucking take it anymore, so he went out into the woods with a rope looking for a good sturdy tree to hang himself from. And when he was out there, he met the devil. And the devil says, where are you going, Starving Matthias? And Starving Matthias, knowing an opportunity when he saw one, made the most angry face he could. He said, you know what I'm looking for? I'm going over to that church to get incense strong enough to smoke your ass out of hell. And the devil gets so scared by this, he's like, no, please don't do that. Well, I'll give you whatever you want. Okay, give me 200 pounds of gold. Here you go.
That's right. God damn it. Okay, motherfucker. Okay. I just.
What happened? What happened? You okay?
So I was feeling a little bit weird about one of the Transformer YouTubers that I follow.
Mm-hmm.
He just put Jazz in a MAGA hat. Fuck that guy.
Well, we're done.
You're gonna put the canonically black Transformer in a MAGA. Piss off, you cunt rag. You cunt con.
I literally can't even begin to talk about everything that's messed up in that state. Because there's just so many layers of fucked in that.
Fuck you. Not you, Zombie Warrior. Just okay, what is it? Larkin's Lair? Fuck Larkin's Lair. How do I make sure I never have to deal with this fucking idiot again? Okay, first of all, unsubscribe.
There you go.
Now, where's the block button? Don't recommend this channel. There we go.
A few weeks.
No, that is not what fucking fentanyl does, you fucking mental midget.
You're having a time, aren't you? Oh, but yeah, no, it's weird. It's a in in Hungarian mythology, it's like this weird holdover from pre-Christianization. How there is like this horned god of like darkness and
No,
chaos.
I can't do any of the Make America Anything Again. I'm just sort of like red hat piss on it, you know.
Oh fuck.
I'm like, you know, I'm like, this is why I'm not allowed to walk around in public with a baseball bat. You know, like I'm done. They're talking about trying to make, oh, we're gonna make Trump better speaker of the House. What the fuck?
Now, Jack. No tongues. We only speak the King's English here. We're not doing tongues today.
We're gonna make. They're gonna try to make Trump Speaker of the House. Okay, first of all, that is not happening. If they couldn't. How are you gonna do that?
They're honestly, dude. Like, you got to realize they're all just spinning their wheels right now because of like that.
No, they're trying to do the Hitler move, because that's how Hitler got into power.
No. I know what you're saying, but the thing is, like because of like that gag order that they put on him, that that they put on everybody, that little enclave in general is just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like they're kind of.
Yeah, but no, there is nowhere. I got to be honest. There is nowhere within 50 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a safe space for MAGA anywhere you can hear my voice or within 50 physical feet of me. You know, like,
that.
Fuck that. I'm fucking sick of it. Oh, yeah, but what about Biden? I ain't talking about that son of a bitch yet. We're dealing with one fucking bastard at a time, first of all. Second of all, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, the other problem I have with this gag order is what happens when he doesn't abide by it?
I would assume jail, but
yeah, that's the only problem that I have. People are like, oh my God, he got a gag order. It's like, okay, what are they going to do when he breaks it? Because you know he will. The man is not smart. You know, I'm just. No, fuck giant douche and turd sandwich. Fuck that too. Fuck that. Fuck your vote is not worth anything. Fuck both parties are the same. Fuck it all. You know, because I gotta tell you, there's only one side that really believes that, and it's the conservatives. Why? It's so you won't fucking vote. It's the whole fucking point of that goddamn rhetoric.
Yeah, no, it's actually a line of rhetoric that was most recently used the past like 15 years in Russia, and it's just, you know, just like a repeat of that. But by the way, have you seen his lawyer?
No.
Have you seen this one?
The one that's not Giuliani?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, can I tell you how much I love this? I'm serious. So, he openly said, yeah, I hired her because she was the hottest applicant.
Well, she gives good head.
Dude, she showed up to court with a gaming laptop. She sat there and did nothing. She sat there and did nothing. And it was one of those moments where, like, I looked at it and I'm like, okay, on the one hand, this is a complete mockery of the judicial system and the concept of a court of justice. However, this complete ineptity might in fact lead to the best possible outcome.
Well, like, how to put it?
Oh my god.
It's one thing. Look, Johnny Cochran wouldn't work for this idiot.
No.
You know, and why wouldn't Johnny Cochran work for this idiot? Not because he couldn't get him off. Not because he is too low a grade of client. It's because Trump don't pay. You got to go through all that hell and then not get paid? Fuck that. No. And everyone knows motherfucker ain't got money, and he ain't fucking what he's got. He ain't forking over to you. So they're just all like, yeah, no.
Motherfucker can't write a check that wouldn't bounce at the liquor store. It's fucked up.
Yes. And like, that fucking also pisses me off, which is like, how do you... I know exactly what it is. I mean, really, I know exactly what it is. Praise Jesus. It's praise Jesus. Trump is their Jesus. Like for real, they are a step away from making him the Messiah. You know, like, how? Oh, yeah. God damn it. Now, now that I'm talking about Trump, my fucking internet connection is like fucking up.
It's because they know, man.
I actually wonder if they do.
Well,
I actually wonder if they do.
I say no. It's a hunch with these people. Let's be honest.
Yeah, because I look like such a good conservative kid. Yeah. All right, now we're back in. Now we seem to be back on track. Why is the video bitrate that high? That does seem a bit much.
Though I gotta be honest, man. I'm not. You're not wrong about they're trying to make him the Messiah. You're absolutely correct. I will, however, say this. Wow. Our as a species, our qualification for our heroic Messiah has really gone down. Like I feel, you know what I mean? Like I feel bad. I'm like, I feel bad for all the other Messiahs. I feel bad, man. Like, I'm just like, how do you look Gilgamesh in the eye and say that, yeah, Donald Trump's gonna be in the same class as you? How do you do that? That's not right.
Yeah.
That man that man like killed the bull of heaven and pissed off Ishtar. You're gonna say that schlubby Cheeto slug is the same?
Well. Look. This was my favorite statistic of the week. Here is Jack's favorite statistic of the week. Which is boys in Gen Z are more misogynistic than previous generations and are having a harder time dating. And I'm like, why are you acting like those two things aren't directly connected?
I feel hopeful about that. Do you know why?
Why?
Because that means that women of Gen Z know that they can do better.
Most of them do.
They're not, for the most part, they're not settling for these dicks. So good for you, ladies.
No, they aren't. But it's so weird watching like young guys go act like this, like watching them like fucking be like, oh well, she was too promiscuous. I was like, she slept with two guys, dude. Well, your body is a temple. No, it's not. Your body is not a temple. My body is a temple of pleasure. And my steeple fucking hangs out like the fucking Washington Monument. And it's going in there.
My body is a temple to Slanesh, and they say go further.
Yeah, it says go further. My tanks have fucking weapon ports that are all vaginas. You know, I don't need this shit. I don't want this shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know, well, we think it was better in the 50s. Well, I think it was better before you were fucking born, which is why I'm pro-abortion, you fuck. You know, like, maybe people say maybe I'm too angry. I think I'm not angry enough.
Enough.
Good God.
Hey, now, in this house, and I'm sure in
Kilo Dealy is wrong. Sex, drugs, rap, and rock and roll. Done. Damn. There. You 4 fucking corners of a balanced fucking breakfast. You know, like, fucking hell. Remember when we had now they got the food pyramid. We used to have the 4 food groups. And that is the 4 food groups of a great democracy. And if you're like, Jack, you're just fucking quoting that fucking pagan group from that 80s Dragnet movie. Yes, the fuck I am. What, you think I wouldn't throw a 32-year-old virgin from Orange County into a pit with a giant snake? You got nothing coming.
I have not thought about that movie in a hot minute. Thank you, Jack. I hadn't thought about that movie in a hot minute.
Oh, it's a beautifully stupid movie. It is a beautifully stupid movie. By the way, thank you, Bronson, for the donation. You know, don't be a fool, stay in school. The problem is these days, if you stay in school, you're going to be a fool. That's what's pissing me off. I'm looking at Moms of Liberty, and I'm like, I need you to fucking kill yourselves. You know? Oh, and another thing I can't stand about TikTok is everyone has to make up fucking swear words and fucking say things in this goddamn code and fucking baby talk. With well, you can't. We suggest that, you know, you're not supposed to tell people to unalive themselves. Oh my God! Seriously? Man, I got a community strike, right? Because I said that a white boy saying, well, apparently white people can't compliment people of other races anymore. And I was like, fuck this guy. And, you know, that was my whole, like, no, you cut off. You're not allowed to have Chinese food anymore. You're not allowed to listen to rap. You're not allowed to at the cookout. You go fuck yourself. You know, like, what the shit? You gotta come around. You don't come around here with that. You do not come on to Beyonce's internet and say that shit.
On Beyonce's
internet, you know, and say that shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, oh, I need to feel oppressed so I can feel like a minority. You know, it's a Dead Kennedy song all about you call Holiday in Cambodia. Why don't you go there? Why don't you go there like 40 years ago? Yeah,
it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. You know, like, I'm gonna fucking goddamn sons of bitches. You know, and it's that smug attitude, man, that really kills you. That's what really sets me off. It's like, oh, I know things. But, you know, and then they'll get a guy in a British accent to say it if they really want to give it some punch. You know, because conservative Americans don't love nothing better than a fucking British accent. British people are smarter.
Which I find so funny, because I'll be perfectly honest with you. The minute someone says something to me and it's in like an Oxford English accent, I automatically
I automatically like kind of tune out. Like, I no longer listen to TED Talks for that, partially for that reason. The other part is, man, fuck you. Like, the TED Talk just went from the, oh, this is actually really interesting, to the, wait, you people are all full of fucking shit. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. Why don't you fucking shut your goddamn faces? You know, like, fuck. When was the last time you saw a TED Talk about the technology? Huh? When was the last time that happened? No, it's always about, oh, let's talk about race relations. Oh, let's talk about child rearing. Let's talk about the educational system. You know, and it's like it's all they talk about anymore. And I'm like,
I think the
remember
last one,
when some motherfucker came up with something to do with lasers?
I think the last one that I saw, and I want to actually know what happened to this woman because I'm very curious about how she's doing with her project. The last one I saw that had to do with technology was that one by the lesbian genius neuroscientist and programmer who was working on actually trying to make a cyber neural interface so her girlfriend who has a terminal illness can live on after her body.
I mean, little creepy, but interesting.
No, and here's the thing, this is a woman who's she made this is a trans lesbian woman who made huge leaps and bounds in robotics as a discipline, and she was like, yeah, I'm just also teaching myself neuroscience while I'm at this. I'm like, what you are the most fascinating woman I've ever met.
Yeah, that's above and beyond. Yeah. A lot of those TikToks just turned into nerd Dr. Drew. And I'm like, oh, fuck Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew's a fucking, that guy's a fucking tool. You know, hey, Dr. Drew, you know, how does it feel to be the lesser member of a comedy team that had fucking Adam Carolla in it? When Adam Carolla is the headliner, you're in trouble.
Oh. That's true though, but
yeah, you ever said you know who plays who's played second fiddle to fucking Adam Carolla?
Yeah.
Jim Brewer.
Yeah.
Jim Brewer is terrible. Like he was on Saturday Night Live, and I'm like, wow. Wow. That damn. You here's a cast that's looking for an Eddie Murphy, and there just ain't one available. Good God. Yeah, it's because how to put it, if y'all know your SNL history, the period of time when Eddie Murphy was on the cast, he was the only funny guy on there. He carried that goddamn show for 3 years. You know, I am not kidding. Because everyone else you love from classic SNL was gone, baby. You know, no Bill Murray, no Dan Aykroyd, all gone. Fuck.
And that's why at that point we all just should have switched over to Living Color and not gone back.
Well, that wouldn't happen for another 10 years.
I know.
Or 8 years, you know.
To be fair, I think that is why a lot of us did switch over to In Living.
Oh, because it was actually entertaining?
Yeah.
You know, I feel a little bit sorry for the Wayans brothers because that was kind of their peak.
But damn, what a peak.
It was a really good show. You know, it was a really good show. It was at least funny. People, how to put it.
Oh.
Was Men on Film really homophobic? Yes. But at least it was funny, but I laughed, you know,
laughed at it, Oh, hey, I found I'm definitely going to buy it. I found a t-shirt today that I think you'd appreciate. It's a t-shirt of the non-binary flag, and it says, Ishtar loves me, I'm magic, and the Queen of Hell thinks I'm hot.
All those things are very true when it comes to Babylonian mythology. All three of those things extremely true.
Yes. And I was just yeah.
Yes, in the Temple of Ishtar, trans people were magical. Anyone who was gender non-binary was considered to have magic powers. So much so that they had a special title. We don't know how it's pronounced, but we think it's Gullah.
Yeah. Okay. You know how in Greek mythology, you know how in Greek mythology, there's that weird myth about somehow the god Pan is dead?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Do you know?
What
do
was
you know
up
my
with that?
favorite? Okay. Do you know what my favorite thing about that is?
What?
It might be a complete misunderstanding because of the worship of Ishtar. I know because
Okay.
So we
Yeah,
know
gender
this, right?
non-binary. We are shapeshifters. Dude,
Um,
I've seen some before and after, like yeah, what was HRT, you know? No, that's
listen,
doppelganger shit, you know?
hey, I'm never gonna be on hormone therapy, but I'm just saying, none of y'all have seen me in a wig, breastplate, and a tuck. It's fascinating. Don't get me wrong.
I'm
I will get drinks at a bar. Don't get me wrong.
I'm past the point where I look cute when I do that. Now I have to go. Now I have to go for like, if I wanna, I have to go for like the classic fright drag queen look.
To be fair, and I mean this with all due love and respect, but to be fair, of the two of us, there is only one that does a ridiculous amount of like skin and hair.
True.
Not
I
gonna be
like
it.
looking a little rugged. You know, just
See,
a little. Although
see, no,
sometimes when I look in the mirror really close and I see like the little, the parts of the under my eye that are starting to like,
mhm.
I don't even know what it's called. Lost a little less. It's not as smooth as it used to be. And I'm like, and I'm like, well, whatever.
And that's why I put all the magic on my face. um, but yeah, so we all know this, how Astarte is the Sumerian version of Ishtar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Seems to be anyway.
So yes, so Astarte got very popular, especially with the Phoenicians,
Mhm.
because the Phoenicians accepted like the Sumerian pantheon.
Yeah.
And if you know your history, the Phoenicians ended up spreading to a couple different islands that were within the Grecian peninsula. And the God, I cannot remember, but Astarte slash Ishtar's genderqueer friend who they go into the underworld to get back at one point. I forget their name, but I remember that in Greek it's pronounced like in Greek it's
Oh, thank
pronounced
you for
like
the super chat donation, Bronson. What is your favorite movie which Eddie Murphy plays multiple characters? Coming to America.
Norbit, because it's the logical conclusion of this career.
Ouch. Ouch. Damn, dude. Yeah, man, you did Eddie dirty on that one.
No, I'm just putting dirt on the grave, man. I'm just putting
Oh
dirt
man,
on the grave.
but like, no. I'm gonna go with the highlight. I'm gonna go with the high point. I'm gonna go with Coming to America.
I mean, it is a great movie.
Yes.
Movie. But Astarte slash Ishtar is like great acolyte who dies and is resurrected. All this crap. In Greek, their name is pronounced like it's almost like Thomas. It's like Tiamos or Tinos or like it's something like that. So if you read the legend where it says that the god Pan on Acadia is dead, there's a Greek guy named Tianos who's in his boat and he goes by and he hears someone yell from the island, Tianos, the great god Pan is dead. Go tell people. And he's just like, oh shit, okay, cool. I'll go tell everyone that Pan somehow died. But the thing is, in Greek, the statement, Tianos, the great god, is dead, and Tianos, the god Pan, is dead, read the same. They're pronounced the same in Greek. It just depends on where you put the comma.
Okay.
So the guy going along in the boat could have literally just heard Astarte cultists yelling a ritual, completely misunderstood it, and then just gone, well, Pan's dead, everybody.
Huh. Interesting.
It's stupid, and I like it.
Well, it was a really weird aspect of that story. Like,
well, yeah, that's why it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just sort of like it's like whenever someone ends a normal conversation with "Jesus loves you," you're like, wait, was that what this was? What are we doing? What's going on here? I am now, well, I guess he's gone, so I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Like a lot, some people were mad. Okay, some people were mad because the show American Born Chinese really is not the same as the graphic novel, to which I was like, no, that's probably for the best, actually. That's probably for the best. It's a really, really, the graphic novel is really good, but it comes, there's a problem with that author, which is there's a moment in every one of his comics where it comes to a screeching halt because he mentions Jesus. And American Born Chinese is no different.
I keep forgetting about the whole Jesus thing.
Yeah, and it's really weird because you're like, motherfucker, like, this is all, it's not, this is a story about how your Asian heritage and your American upbringing kind of put you at odds with yourself. And the irony is that Jesus is actually a great fucking symbol for that in the Asian American community, because there are a lot of Asian American Christians.
Yes.
And everyone thinks they're kind of weird.
Well, to be fair, they kind of are.
They are. Yeah, they are, because they really try to distance themselves from their Asianness. And that is where it gets strange. Now, it's not that American Christian churches don't do, like, Asian cultural stuff. They do. Just like they do all over the place. But it's odd.
Because there's Jesus in it.
Yeah, because all of a sudden there's Jesus, and you're like, yeah, it's like a slightly off note. You know, you know, like you're like, that's Jesus. You know, you're like,
also,
fuck.
Have you noticed this? Because I've noticed this. Even for Christianity, Asian Christian theology is weird.
The combination is very odd because it's very, 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 very based in missionaries, in missionary work, because that's how it kind of got introduced. And
yes, but I mean, like, the theology itself is off somehow. Like,
yeah, there's this sort of like, it's like chocolate and ham.
Yeah,
you're like that. They don't quite go together.
No, it's
fish
weird.
and peanut butter. You know,
and
like what? You know.
And I noticed this because one time, a Korean Christian woman from South Korea, like she was from Seoul, was explaining. First of all, it's weird because I'm like, hi, I grew up I grew up not just Christian, I grew up Catholic, one of the academic centers
Yeah.
of Christianity. I have a weirdly symbolic understanding of the Bible to a point where it's weird when other people try to explain it to me.
Right.
And to hear, and this woman sat there and tried to explain to me the basic tenets of Christianity. And by the time she was done, I did not say it, but in my head, I was like, I don't know what religion you're talking.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, like, because
Like,
first of all, like, Jesus exists as a figure what appear to you in a way white people and black Americans don't mean it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's odd because like I say, like, yeah, Asian culture is very animistic. So, you know, a ghost shows up, it's an ancestor, it wants rice, you know. Like, it's in that capacity that Jesus appears. And that's where it gets really weird because he's not like a vague spirit.
No,
he's like
not.
it's like he is like an entry in deities and demigods. You know,
Yeah,
like he has these domains. You can pick these powers if you're a cleric. You know, like that kind of shit. Like he appears to you like a god. D&D god appears to a cleric.
Yes, but the thing that makes it even more weird, though, is that here's the thing. It's like, okay, it's like, for instance, like the whole reason that Christianity in India works is because Indian Christians just treat Jesus like a Hindu deity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that works.
Like, they're like, yeah, he's like, you know, an aspect of Krishna or something. You know?
And it works. It's just fine.
Yeah, because
but
there's this very organized, Hinduism is a very organized cosmology of gods.
Yeah.
You know,
and
China, Korea, and Japan do not have that.
No, you know, no, you're right, but it's so weird to me because, like, so East Asian Christians will approach this with that mindset, but then simultaneously have like the torrent denial of and exclusion of all other systems of faith.
Yes.
It's these two things combining, and I'm like, no, that doesn't work.
Yeah. Like, Hindu Christians don't tend to take it that far. You know, it's weird. Plus, there's also in Hinduism, there's already a little bit of a baked in, like, oh, those people who worship that other god that we don't, that's part of the cosmology. Like, we don't trust them. Like, you know, like they're shifty. You know, there's a little bit of that already.
Yeah.
You know, but in the classy Asian cultures, you know, your Chinese, your Japanese, your Korean, that's weird. Like, that would be considered weird because, like, if you don't like a god, you just don't pray to them.
Yeah, no, actually, in fact, that's the thing, isn't it? Like in China, in Korea, and in Japan, anytime there has been first of all, it's never considered a full-blown religion. It's always like viewed as a cult.
Yeah.
But every time there's ever been a personality cult around a particular deity that has called for exclusion of all other forms of deity and spirit, which has happened a couple times throughout the past.
Oh yeah.
Like,
It's a common configuration.
Yeah, but every time that happens in East Asia, everyone else looks at that and goes, "What?"
That's weird.
Yeah.
You know, like, even Buddhism kind of had to, like, deal with that. You know, and just be like, yeah, well, you know, the thing is the Buddha mind's just greater than any god. Which was the right play, by the way, because it doesn't say the gods don't exist. It says, hey, you know, we've got extra awesome in what we do. You know, it has nothing to do with any particular god. Although, you know, but if you're awesome enough, the gods will come to you for advice. Like
Fuck reincarnation. Get
yeah.
enlightened.
Yeah. Like that's a pretty good sell, you know. Oh, someone asked, can human ideologies be involved into the conscious mind of a human? Wait, how are they not? How can an ideology not be involved in the conscious mind of a human? It's one of the ways in which we organize our thoughts.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist outside of people. The cat doesn't care if you're Christian.
It'd be kind of fucked if it did.
Maybe it does. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe not in the way that we think. Like one of the things I've been thinking of because of Baldur's Gate is one of the things I like about D&D is that animals are almost people that just can't talk.
I mean, that's kind of how I view animals anyway, but yes.
Well, yeah, but in D&D, it's almost explicit. Like, if you talk to a cat, it's going to talk to you like a person. You know, it's not going to be like, just food, hungry. You know, it's not going to use, like, simple words or anything. It's going to be like, hiss, I say, hiss. Get away from me. I'm not here to harm you, and yet you do so with your very presence. Hiss. You know, why are you being so angry, cat? You were all liars. The cleric said she would bring me a bit of milk, but do you see any? No. Travesty, I say. You know?
Travesty, and you worship false gods.
Gods. You know, like, yeah. But, like, all the animals in, like, Baldur's Gate talk like people. You know, sometimes they're not particularly conversational people, but they all have people personalities. They all talk that way. Whereas in like some worlds, you can talk to an animal, but an animal will communicate with you in like animal ways. You know. Okay. Yeah, It'll be like friend. Do you want food? Over here.
It talks how
are you good?
It talks how you imagine an animal thinks.
Yeah, exactly. You know, which is usually what I tend to do. I tend to do in games, unless it's like a familiar or something, which is supposed to be smarter. But I always tend to limit it in games to what I think the animal would actually comprehend. Like one being, my favorite being, you know, wizard sends familiar out to, you know, like spy in this room. He's like, what do you see? I see a bed. I see a window. There's another cat in it. There's another cat in the window. Meow at it. It's imitating me. Oh God, how do I explain a mirror to a cat? You know, there's a box over here too. But if I move towards the box, he moves towards it too. All right. Ignore the other cat. I want you to open the box. Okay. It's like you wait there outside the door and all of a sudden hear a crashing sound. And then the familiar comes back to you. He's like, the box is open. He's like, no, I meant open it with your hands. I don't have those.
And it's then that the wizard realizes that he was the idiot.
Yeah, I was just like, come back, good cat. You know, good cat. Okay.
I don't have those.
What was I expecting? You know, it's like, yeah, like he's really smart, but like that's how a cat opens a box. You know, knock it over, you know?
Personally, and I don't care if people think that this view is childish or
Asia would have tortured anyone coming from the West preaching about Christianity. What do you mean would have? They did. That's a thing that happened.
But I don't care how anyone views me for saying this. I honestly and truly believe, like for instance, cats, right? I'm like, nah. Literally all of them are worshiping like fucking like Bastet, Hecate,
yeah.
Like you know, that one Buddha.
Yeah. All the domestic, you know, greater entities. you know, tend to be associated with cats.
I'm like, they're all doing it. Don't fucking lie to me.
Yeah, or witchcraft, which is also considered a domestic art, actually, which is funny when you really think about it. You know, because what is even a witch always has like a house, right? It's like part of the deal. Like even if they're out in the middle of the woods, they have like a fucking gingerbread house or some shit.
You know what I just I knew it was there, but I never put it together. You know what I just realized recently?
Yeah.
A short drive from my house, because I know, you know how like I've told you that my house is like, it's like kind of in a suburban area, but like 5 minutes down the road that way we get into like farms and woods and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in that direction, if I take a couple back roads, I come to one of the best type of like formations ever. I come to, Jack, it's not just a crossroads. It's not just a crossroads that's in a wild area.
Yeah.
It's a triumvirate road. It's 3 roads.
Oh God.
Instead of 4.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Anxiety.
Anxiety.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, like, oh God, extra anxiety.
But do you realize how many possibilities of bullshit that open?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna have fun this month.
There's gonna be like 2 demons there arguing over whose crossroad it is. Look, I'm taking these 3. You take those 3. You can't take those 3. It's not how this works.
Like would anyone notice if I literally just put like an image of like a small image of like Hecate Triumvirus just there? Would anyone notice?
Man, that's actually something that, you know, I realize is something that America don't do. We don't just like hang out at our national monuments. We don't do the Berlin thing where it's like, oh yeah, here's, I don't know, Werner von Braun or something. You know, some dude. Actually, it wouldn't be him. I think he's a Nazi and he defected to America. But like, you know, here's the Burgermeister of Stroganoff or something. You know, like we're just all gonna hang there. We're all gonna, hey, we're French. We're gonna hang out near the Arc de Triomphe. You know, we're just gonna sit there, hang out, be disreputable, smoke cigarettes, order sushi, and not pay. And as Americans, we don't do that. No one actually just like hangs out at like the Washington Monument or anything like that. Like, people don't even hang out, like, people didn't even hang out around, like, fucking statues of, like, fucking, who was that fucking motherfucker, Civil War asshole? General Lee. They didn't even do that there.
No, but you know what? In my area, people do hang out, like, at, like, a lot of, like, the statues and monuments that are dedicated to the Revolutionary War around here. I don't know why.
Really?
But yeah, I don't know why, but they do. Like, I don't live too far from Princeton, New Jersey, and there's, so I'm sure you've heard of like Princeton Battlefield. It was like one of like the bigger Revolutionary War battles.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that field is not that far from me, and the monument to it is weird. And the reason I say weird is because, okay, it's this giant field, which just goes into forests, and don't go in there because God alone fucking knows what's in there. But the monument itself, it's all the way up at the top of the hill of this field, and it's just 4 Greco-Roman columns with like a couple of steps under them and like a connecting plinth on top, and it just stands there. It's kind of off-putting.
Well, yeah, because I was just thinking about it. All the ones around here are part of like parks and shit. It's not like I can't just like. walking over to it is something I could do, but it's kind of a pain.
Well, that's the thing around here. People do walk to that thing because it is.
Yeah, but
in
how
a
far
park,
away? But how far away is it?
Like what? Like from the road?
Yeah.
Like maybe a 10-minute walk.
Yeah. All the ones around here. The closest one to me that isn't. There's one in the Panhandle. But even like there aren't usually a lot of people around that one. There's some people in the little Panhandle Park that we've got, but like it's all little individual groups. There's not a lot of mingling, if you know what I mean. Like you come to that area with the people that you came to and you don't really fraternize with anybody else, which is one of the problems that I have with parks.
We're really not a social people.
No. America's very weirdly insular. You know, we really don't like socializing, and we really don't like socializing unless it's in a way that we have seen in a beer commercial.
Oh, that makes me feel dirty.
Oh no, it should. It should. It's one of the reasons why I would. How was that?
What?
That was that for the cat? Okay, apparently it had to do with the cat. No, the cat's he's like out there. Yes. I was really thirsty. We bought a Canada
You took the
Dry.
whole 2-liter, did
I did. And I gotta pee soon.
the whole fucking 2-liter.
Yeah, it was hot. It's still hot. It's dark. It is officially night. It's still hot.
And your answer to this problem was to put sugar water in your body, which is going to speed your metabolism and actually raise your body temperature.
Yes.
Hi, there's a new invention.
It's called water.
Yeah, it's called fucking water. You know, only about 70% of your body's made of it.
Well, now it's like 70% and however much cranberry ginger ale flavoring. You know, like that's what that is. Oh, Jersey Devil.
Yes.
I love Jersey Devil. I just wish they made more good movies about him. It's like it's like evil scarecrow movies. You're like, man, this is a concept that should really fucking work. And yet
there's a lot of bad.
There's a lot of bad. Like a given, there's only one good Jersey Devil movie I've ever seen, and that is The Barons.
I'm really hoping to make it too. I'm really hoping to make it too for you.
You know, oh, dude, speaking of Jersey Devil, that takes me to The Wolf Among Us, because the Jersey Devil shows up in there. I appreciated the fact that in his human form, he looks like skinny Carl.
That is accurate.
Yeah, because like you go into this one bar and there's this one like really greasy, like New Jersey looking guy, you know, and he's like, "Hey, Bigby, hey, Bigby, I don't need you fucking coming around here." And he's like, "Look, Jersey, just fucking calm down. It's gonna be okay." And everyone just keeps calling him Jersey. You're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And all of a sudden he transforms, and you're like, "Oh, he's the Jersey Devil."
Buddy,
you know, and then you have to fight him, you know. But the guy who made Fables put all the Fables into the public domain.
Cool.
I was like, wait, what? You actually put it in the public domain?
Like a madman?
Like a madman, the thing you're not supposed to do, but I always thought is what should be done. What?
Truly, he's not just Truly, he's not just a regular man. He is clearly being guided by higher forces and
Yeah.
voices.
So if you want to, so apparently, if you want to use any of his characters, you just can.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Can I tell you though? Do you know what the biggest problem in writing this movie is?
What?
We're
getting to the end.
Well, no. It's not that. It's just conceptually, because we're just getting out of like research. We're just getting out of all the research that we've done, and now we're really getting into the okay. Let's fucking like write this bastard.
Okay.
The biggest question that we have currently is, do we want to talk about Ben Franklin or not?
Why does Ben Franklin have anything to do with this? Actually, can
Oh.
you hold on? Because, like,
Yes,
we gotta,
yes, I can.
We gotta, speaking of devils, we gotta drain the snake. I don't know how that works. Shut up.
Devils and snakes. Satan. Garden of Eden. I don't know. Why am I talking? He's walking away. I'm sitting by myself. Meh. Love the book Voltaire wrote about the Jersey Devil that starts with goth mall rats hunting for him and ends in a party in hell. Yes. That is the correct yes. Oh, you think my eyeliner is nice? Thank you, Malsidon. Never alone, Yogi. We're always here. Why do we need to talk about Ben Franklin? I'm gonna tell you why we need to talk about Ben Franklin. I'm gonna tell you. And it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Let's see, let me just make sure about this guy's name.
Aren't you glad that I make it all make my bodily functions privy to you all? The
I'm
privy is privy.
so-
My privy is privy to you all.
I'm so happy about it.
You want me to tell you what color it was?
Sure, fuck it. Why not?
It was clear.
Oh, good. Hydration has been achieved.
Yes, we have achieved hydration. My dead blood cells are clear, apparently.
Okay, so let me tell you why we might have to talk about Ben Frank. When it
Go
comes
for
to
it.
Because Ben Franklin was involved in an astrology trolling almanac war with someone who may have been part of the inspiration for the Jersey Devil mythology.
Did she have 12 kids?
No, this was a man.
Oh.
So here's the thing. So the popular Jersey Devil legend is based around, like a Catholic family with 12 kids, name of Mother Leeds. We all know about Mother Leeds and her 12 kids.
Right.
So here's the thing. That story was not told as a myth until the early 1800s. prior to
Okay.
this, so in the Pine Barrens area, there was a Leeds family who were rather wealthy, and the man of the house uh, was an almanac maker. In fact, he was competing with Ben Franklin's Poor John's Almanac. But Ben Franklin did not put, like, if you ever read Poor John's Almanac in any, like, going back, something that Ben Franklin never put in his almanac was astrology, because he was like, that's a bunch of horse shit.
Right.
Leeds was the first person to put astrology in an almanac. He made it the defining, like, big thing about his almanac publications. Now, Leeds was a very interesting man. He started off as a Protestant and an occultist, and then as he got further and further into studying the occult, he joined the Catholic Church and got really crazy woo-woo head down into semi-orthodox Christian mysticism bullshit. Weird guy. And the other thing he had going against him was he was a royalist. And
he was talking about the Queen on Independence Day, although
yeah,
Independence Day didn't exist yet. So, but go on.
He was talking about the king on Independence Day.
Yeah. Oh, fuck that shit.
Yeah. So literally, he started talking shit about Ben Franklin and his rowdy rebel friends, and Ben Franklin was like, "Oh, I print everything in Philadelphia. You think I'm not going to talk shit about you and your entire family in all the newspapers? Watch me."
Okay.
And this caused like this weird like back and forth like going on. And then on top of it, Leeds on all of his publications would put his family crest, on which was a devilish looking dragon.
Okay.
So and Ben Franklin referred to Leeds multiple times as the Devil of Jersey. And here's the thing. Leeds became very unpopular in his area because he was not just a supporter of the crown, he was like one of the people who would try to rustle up taxes for the crown. So everyone in the area was like, man, fuck this guy. We should burn down his house at one point.
Okay.
Like I've literally been reading an entire book dedicated to this history. It is so fucking weird.
Well, I would try to figure out like what angle like this. Excuse me. The story is going to take question. What's the movie about? Like, we got Jersey Devil. What's it about?
Oh, it's about killing bennies.
What are bennies?
Bennies are our version of like shoobies.
Wow, that cleared everything up. What the fuck is a shoebie?
Okay, so bennies are the awful tourists who come down from Long Island, Staten Island, North Jersey, and Philadelphia. And they flood our beautiful, beautiful beaches and our beautiful state during summer. And we want to kill all of them.
Okay, so it's about fuck tourists.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So it's
basically, like, how to put it, if the Jersey Shore is the glorification of Long Island trash, this is the solution. Kill all of them.
okay. So this is a dark comedy.
Yeah, a bit. It's how to put it. It's going to be shot like a found footage movie. And we how to put it, we want there to be serious scares in it, but we do want it to have we want it to have like a dark comedic edge. Like, we want to get like a good dark laugh in everything.
Okay, well, like, so what's your like? So getting like Sam Raimi vibes.
A little bit, yeah.
You know, but what's holding it all together? Like in for example, in like Evil Dead 1, what really holds it together is that it's a group of friends and they actually kind of feel like real people.
Oh, okay. You're asking for the basic, like what is like the basic nut and bolt of the central plot.
What's the heart of this movie, you know? Like,
okay. So the basic premise of this is there's a group of young people, because of course there is. Because what? I can't film boomers in the woods. That's fucked up. This group of young people, half of like a little over half of this group are like trashy bennies.
Okay.
What with one or two people being like actual Jerseyans in the ensemble. And it's one of those things of like, man, why the fuck are we? No, they're my friends. We used to hang out all the time. No, man, these are all douchebags. They suck. Why are we here? But we are. And get to the point of like getting aggravatingly drunk while on the beach at like a bonfire at night on the shore. And at some point it comes up, wait, what do you mean you've never heard the legend of the Jersey Devil? So it gets told. And then one of the drunken tourists goes, "Nah, fuck it. Everyone in the Jeep, we're going." They go looking. And the ultimate answer is they find it and most of them die horribly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think about what I do.
Now, I think
I would probably go. I think I personally, that this is just me.
Mm-hmm.
I would be tempted to go in a Fulci route with it. Where like the end, like where you have one of those like weird ass endings where like someone like walks into a gigantic triangle or something. You know, you get there and you're like, "What is the Jersey Devil?" The Jersey Devil is the gatekeeper of the dimension of like creepy shit.
Well, okay. So here's the thing, because this is going to be like found footage with like elements of tipping the hat to oh god, what's that semi-interactive version of like documentary and like horror that like really like went on YouTube? Well, it's not. Is it ARG? I forget what that's called.
Yeah, but I get what you're talking about. You're talking about
that
like that one Japanese one that was like, it was like a YouTube crew that was investigating shit, and usually they find nothing, but sometimes they find something.
Or like, like shit like if you remember like from years ago, like on YouTube, shit like His Dark Harvest and shit like that. Like,
oh, I only vaguely remember that.
But you know what I mean, like that genre of like that kind of production, like that kind of thing. Because we want to tip the hat to that. The person who I'm writing this who I am writing this with, had what I thought was a brilliantly funny suggestion, which that there needs to be spliced in probably towards the beginning, like like all those like all those like really shittily put together early 2000s like spooky documentaries about legends and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I
So-
was trying to look up his Dark Harvest.
Hmm.
I wasn't being, unless it has something to do with a giant Furby, I was not successful.
No, it's like Slender Man shit. It's like that.
Oh,
that-
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Did you mean Marble
but anyway.
Hornets?
Yeah, like that kind of shit.
Oh, okay, got it.
Which oddly enough, I know half those guys. Because fun fact, where do both those channels take place in?
Oh,
Jersey.
I didn't know they. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, like in Dark Harvest, like when they're running around like what looks like a New England town with the weird old buildings and shit. That's Princeton.
Oh, okay.
It's literally down the fucking road. But anyway, but yeah, so we need to like splice in like like one of those like crappy like early documentary scenes, but it's like about the Jersey Devil. It's like the legend of, and then like and after that, it just like cuts to like some like shitty filmmaker, it just cuts to like some shitty filmmaker and like a fat greasy Jersey guy with a cigar watching this like on a tape on a TV, and the guy with the cigar just goes like, "I'm sorry, this is bullshit. I can't fucking move this. I can't sell this. I don't know who the fuck you think this is for. This is the shittiest work I've ever seen."
There, I saw Hulu did this one series called Monsterland, and it had a really good concept, which was each is a location and a monster. They're like 6 episodes. There's just one problem. Every time I watch one of those episodes, I'm like, okay, why did anything happen? It's like it's one of those. I've noticed that there have been a lot of cheap horror movies lately that have been based off of like podcasts. And you can tell because they don't work. Because you're sitting there going, why did you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Because these podcasts, even when they work, they're written for radio. One of the problems that you couldn't do the Magnus Archives as a film.
Oh God, no, it'd be awful.
Yeah, not and keep its format, because that would be terrible.
That would be awful to watch. It really
it would be terrible to watch, because the majority of what would happen is it's just people arguing. And in a 20-minute snippet, that's not bad, but I got to the point in the show where it's like everyone's arguing all the time, and I'm like, could you please just get to the interesting shit? And then it's like half the interesting shit doesn't happen because they didn't know what to do, so like the tape cuts out, and I'm like, oh my fucking God damn it. Okay.
But see, even then, right? Even with all that said, the only reason you can even bear with that and that it works is because you're essentially listening to a radio show.
Yeah.
If that was visual, it would be so.
It would be intolerable. Like you would be like, oh fuck this, because the characters don't have enough going on with their lives to support moving pictures. You know?
Exactly. For what we're listening to right now, this works fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that'd be awful. Which is why we're not basing this off of
a podcast, you know?
Yeah,
no, it was just
yeah,
something that I noticed because there are certain tells. One of which is when you don't see the ending.
Right.
That's one of the big tells. And it's like, it's a movie. Show me the fucking ending. You know, show me a fucking the ending. I mean, you've... Come on! What was it? Midnight Radio Night Stalker, which is a very cumbersome title, is a movie that I saw that was almost entirely made up of short stories that were really obviously written for podcasts. Because although there are moments in a podcast where you kind of, with words, where you can kind of just gloss over shit because nothing's really happening. But in a film, you have to build the tension with that. You know, the big, long, slow period is tension building. Whereas in a book or a radio program, it's just dead air. You know, it's just dead air. You have to put something there. And all of the stories kind of ended with this. So what was that? Could you go back and tell me what that was? Because it's all about people calling into this radio show, telling their weird stories, and then it's an anthology.
Yeah.
And then you see it, and it just doesn't work. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it definitely left me with a, huh? Well,
yeah, no, that's
what
the
were
kind of
we
thing where,
doing?
like,
you know,
again, as a podcast, that'd be great. As a radio play, that'd be great.
Yeah, as radio play, I was like, yeah, this would probably be pretty good because you can imagine all the stuff that you're not seeing. You know, which is how you fucking make those. You get people to imagine. You give them enough that they can imagine what they aren't seeing. But in a movie, everyone wants to see it. Yeah, so why it's a bad idea to base a movie or a television series off a podcast? You know, because you want to see shit.
It's very much it's very similar to why you know it's going to be bad if it's like, hey, look, we have a film adapted from a Stephen King novel. Oh, cool. Who's the director? Stephen King. Oh no!
Oh no, that may not be a good idea. That's not a good idea. Look, I love Maximum Overdrive, but I don't know.
But it's insane.
Yeah. I love it. It's crazy, you know. But I don't know if I don't know about that.
But then let's remember the made for TV miniseries of The Shining from the 2000s. Let's remember that.
I remember that. Hey, it could have been worse. It could have been the Tommy Knockers. You know I'm right.
No.
You know I'm right. Like, speaking of a story where it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that?
That was coming down off of cocaine.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Unlike Dreamcatcher, which was literally brain damage. He got hit by a car and he had brain damage, and so he wrote really stupid It.
Hey man, shit weasels.
Shit weasels, dude.
Yeah.
Shit weasels.
Alien shit weasels.
Alien shit weasels. And as dumb as that book is, the movie's even worse.
But that's why it's a treasure.
Well, what?
It's a treasure.
Well, the retarded kid's an alien. Sure, why not? Why not at this point?
But but no, this is why, again, this is why we're not like, we're not basing this off of a podcast or Naughty Play or anything like that. This is why, and it's why when I describe what we've got so far and what the basic structure we're working with this story, and if you sit there and go, well, that sounds a little basic, good. Because you know why a bunch of dumb teenagers that are half likable going into the woods and fucking with shit they shouldn't and dying hilariously? You know why that's a common trope? Because it works. Because it fucking works. I'm trying to make a movie that if Roger Ebert was alive, he would say horrible things about. If Roger Ebert was alive and hated my movie, I would have succeeded.
Oh, shit.
What?
Something about Rick and Morty I did not realize.
Oh, this is this.
Okay, you know the Time Cops?
Yes.
They're designed off the Langoliers.
Yeah, they are.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, they're Langoliers with like noodle bodies.
Yeah, with slug guns, like I just didn't realize that.
Scaring the little girl.
Girl? Oh, man, your timeline is all messed up.
The Langoliers is one of the best pieces of shit I've ever.
Well, it's one of those, because that when they were in the special effects team, they were like, all right, how do we make this not Pac-Man?
You don't.
This is really important, everybody. What can we do with Pac-Man that'll make it not Pac-Man?
I mean, and you know what I think would have worked?
Just
like, honestly,
making it Pac-Man?
No, actually.
What?
No, actually. Okay, in your head, right? Picture a cross between a Furby and a wolf head. Yeah, but more snarly, rippy, shaky, side to side. Hey, it would have been stupid, but it would have been good. You know why? Because Fenrir. That's why.
Well, fair enough.
Make them Fenrir.
Fair enough.
It would have worked.
It wasn't. Look, Langoliers wasn't the best Stephen King anything. I mean, by the time I got to although I will say, but it took me till the end for me to realize it was a really bad story.
Yeah, you only really do realize that because don't get me wrong, when they're first trying to figure out what the fuck's going on,
you're really into it. You're like, oh, this is really interesting. It's fascinating. They're trying to figure out this world, and this world that is just like the fucking airport. Like it's kind of cool. And then you get to the end, and you're like, wait a minute, what was the point of that? Like, if you think time traveling Pac-Man is scary, then I'm sure you got a lot out of that. But if you don't, like most people, you read that story and were like, maybe it would work better on television, and then they did that, and it didn't.
Like, do you even need Langoliers? Like, as you're like in the past, can't like things just slowly decay and fall into nothingness?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have just worked and cost less on the special effects budget?
I probably would have done away with the monsters. I probably would have just had everything falling apart.
But no, we can't do that. Just like in 2004, you got to remember that Tony is actually Danny from the future. In The Shining, you got to remember that.
Well,
we don't want to remember that.
Look, all I'm saying is I understand why Stephen King didn't like The Shining. I disagree with him. I disagree
get
with
it.
it.
Yeah, no, I get why he didn't like it. I get it. Jack is a personal character. It is him. It is like him having a redemption from his alcoholic violence is very important to King. I understand this. But Stanley Kubrick's work is a fucking magic.
Yeah, it's magical. It's awesome.
And but you know what? And I will give this though to the TV miniseries. I will give him this. That performance of Jack Torrance is actually really good.
Yeah, it's usually not not the actor's fault. Sometimes it is. Who am I kidding? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's really bad.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I don't think a lot of the acting in the TV miniseries was good, but specifically him as Jack Torrance was actually working for me. I thought it was good.
You know something? I was actually really surprised they never fucking turned into an anything.
What?
The Talisman.
Oh my god.
I'm like, that's like, Talisman is awesome. Like, how come we haven't done that? Like, did no one option it?
I mean, yeah, Jack, the Talisman is awesome, but what we really need is Mother Abigail telling us about rats in the corn. That's what we need. Rats in the corn. We need Randall Flagg standing there with crow feathers for no reason.
I thought the stand was kind of overrated.
I mean, yeah, of course it was.
Yeah.
Can I say though, I love both in the book and in both TV movie adaptations. I love the idea that in dreams and visions, Randall Flagg is just standing in the cornfield. I'm just like, yeah, no, we get it. You're he who walks behind the. We fucking get it, Randall.
Yeah,
we get it. You're the scary.
You're the devil. We get it.
You had a child cult in Nebraska. We fucking get it.
Yeah.
Move the fuck on.
Well, it's like, he's like Stephen King's like, he's like Stephen King's fucking Nyarlathotep, or like what's the guy from Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath?
From where?
The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath.
Oh,
that guy, the main character.
Yeah. No, I know you. I cannot.
Yeah, but it's like Randall Flagg is like him if he was evil.
Yeah, he is. And what I love about it is, at the end of the day, Randall Flagg actually is just a human, but he's just like a really powerful wizard.
Yeah.
Like he's not a god. He's not a demon. He's literally just a wizard. He's literally just a chaos magician who ran into the king and who ran to the Red King and went
Randolph Carter. Dream Quest
Carter.
of Unknown Kadath is Randolph Carter, who is also one of the guys. The first time Randolph Carter shows up, I believe, is the case of Charles Dexter Ward.
Wait, is that the one where he gets married to a woman from Innsmouth?
No. The Strange Case of Charles Dexter Ward is.
I feel like I know this one.
It's about a sorcerer who learns how to resurrect, but it brings you back as like a ghoul.
Oh, okay.
And he changes places with Charles Dexter Ward. The ancestor changes places with Charles Dexter Ward
Wait, no, this is that, right? Like wait. Isn't this the one where like Charles Dexter Ward like starts off as a the narrator knew him at Miskatonic University.
Yeah.
He was very interested in the occult and everything.
Mhm.
But he was very much like if Lord Byron was a weenie and a sorcerer at the same time.
Yeah, a little bit. You know.
And then he he meets a woman in university who is a hypnotist and a mentalist and can switch places in the head with people and shit like that.
No, that is
Which one is that?
That I believe is the Shadow Out of Time.
No.
Where he's hypnotized, he has all these visions of like being on an alien planet.
No, he's not on an alien planet in that one. So in the one, because we are talking about, okay, yes, in the story you just in Shadow of Time that does happen.
Yeah.
But it also happens in The Strange Case of Dexter Ward because Lovecraft loved reusing these things.
I remember, this is the one where he literally resurrects his ancestor Kerwin. And then Kerwin takes his place.
That's why I was okay. I forget. Okay, the story that I'm talking about, I forget what the title is. It's not Shadow Out of Time. I forget what the title of the story I'm talking about is. But the reason I'm getting it confused with Charles Dexter Ward is, again, because there's like at least 5 different stories where Lovecraft used the conceit of body swapping ancestor souls. Like, he used that like several different times.
No, I don't think it's the thing at the door.
It is the thing at the door.
Oh, it is the thing at the door?
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one that I'm. Yeah, because at the end of the thing, at the end of the story, like the body that he ends up getting put in is this horrible, like, decrepit mass that hands his friend the letter that explains everything before expiring on the doorstep.
Oh. Yeah, the story ends with the arrival of a hunched figure on the protagonist's doorstep.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a really good one. That's a good story now.
Yeah, but basically, like, Randolph Carter is, I believe he's the narrator of Strange Case of Charles Dexter Ward and the Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath. Because like he kind of exists in the occult side of, the Cthulhu mythos as opposed to the science fiction side.
Yeah, he's hanging out with all the sorcerers at Miskatonic and Arkham and
right.
Yeah.
Like he would be. Yeah, man, one movie I really, really fucking want someone to do right is Dunwich Horror.
Yeah.
Because that one is freaky. That one gets freaky. Because you're just, literally, they have to fight, I don't know why, but the fact that they have to fight this, like, invisible monster at the end. Or rather, a monster that they can't see, but exists, and...
Oh,
Ew.
come on, Jack! You're not happy with randomly inserting like Crowley poses in a 70s film, screaming Yog Sothoth at the top of your lungs.
No, that wasn't good enough.
That was a fun movie, though.
Oh no, it's a fun movie, but it's like no. The Dunwich, you have to have the brothers, you have to have the investigator, and you have to have like the town showing up to try to defeat the monster that they can't comprehend.
Yeah, and the one guy who gets to see it like through like the spyglass, like his hair turns white and he starts babbling.
Yeah, he just goes immediately insane. Like that. The Dunwich War is kind of like the first. It's the first real time like someone in a mythos story kind of fails a sanity check on the spot. Usually it's a slower process, you know.
Also, stop making Wilbur Whately sexy. He is not sexy.
He can be sexy if he is also horrifying.
Yeah, he can have you can think that he has a darkly handsome face, but as soon as that coat comes off, no.
Yeah. And you just got to be like, what? You know, like we're talking like he's like the first hentai monster and shit. You know, because I've always imagined like he opened his coat, it's just like intestines turning into dicks waving around and shit. Was that just me? No, was that just me?
For me, it was always like the fact that he apparently has just like random eyes in places where even for his species, it makes no sense.
Yeah. Like he's got like a Quado inside of him, but it's even more jacked up.
Yeah.
You know, and like, yeah. Just do that reveal.
When he's 11 years old, he looks like he's 24, and he carries a pistol to shoot dogs because dogs automatically hate it.
Yeah, because they know. They know he's inhuman, you know. But like when he like dies on the university fucking staircase and the university steps, you know, and they all see him, and they're just all like, "What the fuck?" You know.
And good old Dr. Armitage, I suspected as much. What the fuck?
Well, think. Where were you fucking 5 years ago with all your knowledge, Armitage? Oh, Professor Armitage. He has all the knowledge completely useless.
Yeah, he doesn't really do a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't really do a lot. Like, he knows the spell that will make the brother go away, kind of. You know, because it's not quite right, because he's, like, not entirely an eldritch being. So it doesn't quite work.
You know, it's not, you know, we only have, like, one tongue. You know, it's not really made for our mouths or our vocal cords.
Yeah. And so he has to, like, kind of wing it.
I mean, it works.
It works, you know, at the end, you know, basically it is a story where at the end of the day, you're like, well, that existed. So, yeah, we're just gonna pretend to go back to our lives now, and we're gonna burn the house down. Luckily, the house, actually, I think they burned the house down when they first attacked, so, like, that was done.
Do.
And then we're just gonna be in our houses, rock back and forth, and pray nothing like that ever fucking happens again. Which, of course, it will.
And we will all pray to die in our ignorance before anything like that occurs
again. Because holy shit, you know, like, wait, you could just birth eldritch horror? That, ew. Now, so when I see the Dunwich, I'm like, I want that birthing scene. I want that up close. I want that to be
with Lavinia.
Yeah, I want that, and I want it to be like a fucking birthing video. You know, just be like, all right, these are birthing videos. All right, you see how horrifying that looks? All right, yeah, you put that on screen.
Where's my?
But with more tentacles, more tentacles and eyeballs. Got it.
Where's my scene in which Lavinia and Wizard Whately are dancing naked amongst the Devil Hopyard stones?
Yes.
Where is it?
Yes.
On Halloween.
You know? And then what's the name of the brother? There's old Whately, there's Wilbur, and then what is the name of the last one? The monster.
Oh, I don't think he has a proper name.
I thought he did.
Like, well, no, because like all throughout the thing, like even when old Whately is dying, he refers to it as the thing in the house. He keeps referring to it that way.
Huh.
And the special spell you'll find on page 297 of your textbook.
Yeah, but like this thing, basically a giant at the end of the movie, at the end of the story, a giant invisible kaiju fucking like stomps the town flat.
To which like we get like a semi-half visibility. They start to kill it, and then it screams for its dad, and its dad takes it away.
Yeah. It then screams for help from Yogg Sothoth in English just before the spell destroys it, leaving a massive burned area. In the end, its nature revealed. It is Wilbur's twin brother, but it looked more like the father than he did Wilbur.
You know.
Like, how are you going to pull that off? But I want to see someone pull that off. You know, I want someone to pull that shit off.
Hey, man, we've got Color Out of Space. We might be able to get this.
Dude, why did fucking dude have to rape somebody?
Man, I don't know, but the fact that I keep asking that question of like genius directors makes me very sad.
Well, like, I just find myself going like, come on, man, like, just why can't we just have shit?
Marlon Brando went to bat for you, you piece of shit.
Yeah, come on, man. You know, like, what is this? You know, at least we got The Color Out of Space, which was a movie I wanted that movie a little bit more than the Dunwich Horror.
And it is a good movie.
It is a really good movie. Yeah. Yeah, Color Out of Space is awesome.
The fact that you literally looked at Tommy Chong's character and went, oh no, that's Yogi.
Yeah, yeah. It's in there, it's in the water, it's in the plant, it's everywhere.
So what would he do? Nothing to
do, man. You know, like, that's the most horrifying part of it. It's like, how do we stop this? You don't. It's gotta run its course, Ned Hardy. You know, like, there's nothing you can do. That's part of the horror of Lovecraft. It's just gonna do what it's gonna do, and that's it. Like, yeah, I really appreciated the environmental disaster aspect of the film, because like that's perfect for a modern interpretation of that story. You know, because in Lovecraft's time, environmentalism wasn't as big. People knew it was happening. People knew bad things were happening. Everyone knew that, like, breathing in coal smoke was a bad idea. You know, I don't think that they would have appreciated they had any idea how bad it was going to get, though. You know?
No. I think in general, if the common man in Lovecraft's time fully understood the implications and you know, and such of like climate change and global warming and like environmental degradation, they would have done something more severe about it. You know,
like,
but
I have to think about this the other goddamn one. I was thinking about this the other day because sometimes my capitalist upbringing tries to make me feel really bad about myself.
It's lying.
Yeah.
It's a liar.
It's like, you should try to be a captain in industry. And I'm like, what? And be like Henry Ford? Henry Ford is part of the reason the environment's fucking collapsing.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that. You know, like, well, don't you like cars? I was like, yeah, but only because they were around since I was born.
If there were horse and carts instead, I'd like them too.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, I'm glad that with like adapting Lovecraft's work, I'm glad that we can.
Yeah. Oh, what did Richard Stanley do? Oh, well, if we want to put it in TikTok terms, he essayed somebody.
He did, and he disappointed all of us.
Mm-hmm. It was very disappointing.
But I am glad that we can like interpret and put different slants on Lovecraft's work.
Well, yeah, that's his redemption, you know.
Well, one yes, but also because, like, for instance, like example, Color Out of Space. Don't get me wrong, it's a good short story. But asking yourself, okay, so what was the inspiration for Lovecraft writing this? The inspiration was he didn't understand science.
Yeah. What if?
Okay, literally, the reason he wrote The Color Out of Space was because at some point someone was explaining the spectrum of light to him, and how that, like, yeah, so we only see like a small segment of like radio magnet wave producing light, and there's like the majority of the spectrum is just outside of our ability to visually comprehend. And then he went, wait, you mean there are colors that no one's ever seen? What can they be capable of?
Yeah.
Just afraid of everything. This man was afraid of everything. The man wrote a horror story about an air conditioner.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And I say that, and you go, no, man, Cool Air's not about that. No, it really is just him being afraid of an air conditioner. It's like, no, man, but isn't it about, like, the hubris of man? And, like, no, you think that because your brain won't accept something as stupid as, I am afraid of an air conditioner.
Air conditioning is a new, strange, like, fucking technological thing. I am distrustful of it. I mean, to be fair, I think social media is a manifestation of Yogg-Sothoth. I do. I really do.
See, here's the thing. I almost want to sit here and defend Yogg-Sothoth from that claim, because that guy has helped me quite a bit.
What, Yogg-Sothoth?
Oh, dude, yeah.
How so?
Jack, have you noticed I have an inordinate amount of random knowledge in my head?
Huh.
I mean, really, like in the stories, what do sorcerers ask from Yogg-Sothoth? Everything, because he sees and knows everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I want to defend him from that claim you just said, but the more but I'm like, no, it's true.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah, or maybe Astaroth, the babbling idiot god.
Oh yeah, the blind idiot.
The blind idiot god who just plays a flute. Don't ask.
No, he doesn't play the flute. The other the Nyarlathotep keeps the demons in his court playing the flutes to keep that fucker asleep.
Ah, okay.
Because I always love that. I always love how, like, really the guy who's, like, really in charge of everything is
Nyarlathotep. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's one of those, like, weird things of like, oh, like, you know, he's keeping the universe from ending, though. Yeah, because he's having too much fun torturing people, and he doesn't want it to go away. He didn't want him to go away.
Yeah. It's just all about what he wants. And God, like, the other thing that's kind of like freaky about Nyarlathotep is there's not a lot you can do about him.
The other thing, well, I mean, that's what's freaky about all of them, that you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
But what makes him especially freaky is that he is the most human.
Yeah, he is.
Which is terrifying.
Yeah.
When you consider what he does and how sadistic he is, it's terrifying.
My favorite.
Hi, I'm gonna take the form of an Egyptian child and just
rock your world. Just fuck your world up.
It's like, why would you do that? Because your suffering makes me smile.
Yeah. The great crawling chaos, you know, like, actually
the Black Pharaoh.
The Black Pharaoh, the great crawling chaos. My favorite interpretation of Nyarlathotep probably is the Empty Man.
Ooh.
That movie was awesome. I loved that movie.
It was amazing, and it actually made my spine go.
Ugh, yeah. It's like, no, I'm supposed to. But who told you that? You know, who told you that? We made you. Yeah, we brought you into being. Oh my god. You know, I love the fact that when Narlathotep actually fucking appears before him, they went with the Call of Cthulhu fucking like giant tentacle for a head.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. And you know, when it was like with Underwater when they were like, oh, so like these Cthulhu-like beings, and they're like, no, it is Cthulhu. That's the thing about Underwater. The monster that they're fucking that is like clanging against the fucking underwater lab is Cthulhu, and in the Empty Man, the monster he is fighting is Narlathotep. You know,
And really, if you ever wake up and have a terrifying physical realization that the Lovecraft universe is the one you're living in, just kill yourself.
burn the book, burn all books. That is the one situation in which book burning is preferable.
Oh, just destroy all the ancient.
Yeah, just destroy all the ancient knowledge. Forget it. It's only going to make things worse. You know, you're going to be like, yeah, here's the charm against Cthulhu. It's like, why is Yog-Sothoth showing up? Well, he's the one who fucking... Yeah, but now we got Yog-Sothoth to fucking deal with. You know, it's sort of like... It's like...
You know, he just kind of hovers there, though. Yeah, but it's not great.
He drives everyone insane just by looking at him. You know, like it. It's kind of like summoning. It's kind of like summoning Gozer to fucking fight Godzilla. You know, like there's all kinds of things wrong with that plan.
I love how
although in the real Ghostbusters they did consider summoning Gozer in order to fight Cthulhu.
They did. I mean,
yeah.
Cthulhu did in fact show up, and
Cthulhu did show up, but they were like, no, there's no way Gozer cannot defeat Cthulhu. You know, Cthulhu makes Gozer look like a little Bo Peep, Stan.
One, absolutely yes, and two, I hate to be, I hate to get like kind of prejudicial about this, but Gozer was worshipped by the Hittites. What the fuck are you gonna do with a Hittite god? I mean, really, like it's not like we're dealing with like Anu here. We're dealing with a fucking hit. No.
Yeah. You know, quick, throw him in Apsu. God.
Many Schleps and Zools were roasted in the pit of the Slore that day.
I could tell you. Oh man. All right.
I remember when he goes off on that spiel, I sit back and I think about it, and I go, how much you want to bet that all of those words actually mean something, and only Dan Aykroyd understands?
Yeah, only Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis know. Like they're the only guys that know. You know, or knew. Now it's only Dan Aykroyd.
Oh no, fuck it. I'll get the Ouija board out. Let's summon Harold right the fuck now. Let's call Harold Ramis up right now.
Yeah, like
wait, no, I've literally got an obsidian scrying ball. I do, like right there on the work table. Let's just call him up right now.
Yo, what's the deal? Oh my god!
Can you imagine if I made like a John D scrying table just to call Harold?
Just to call Harold Ramis? Yo, Harold, need you explain this thing about Ghostbusters? Like we're kind of at a loss. I mean, I have to give it to Ghostbusters Afterlife. They did a great recreation of Gozer and stuff.
They did.
That was really cool. I wish that I wish it had been a little better. It's not what I'm saying is, I kind of wish that they had. I liked what they did with Gozer, but I kind of wish we had an original villain.
Yeah.
You know, like in the second movie, like Vigo the Carpathian wasn't really shit, but he could have been. And he's stuck in that
No, we
painting the
don't.
whole
We
time.
don't. We don't give a shit about Vigo, but we love Gulash, his apprentice. We love
Gulash, yeah, Janos.
Janos, yeah, Janos is great. We love Janos. He's the best thing ever.
Oh man.
Say, Jan, buddy, where in the hell are you from? The Upper West Side?
Upper West Side. Yes. Well, don't be letting the bed bugs bite. Hey, you.
Command me, Lord. He is Vigo.
Oh. Hello, there.
It's like, and you will be the mother of the ruler of the world. Doesn't that sound nice?
Nice.
No, it sounds crazy.
And then party time. You know?
Put on the little fucking New Year's hat and everything.
Yeah. Like I feel like Ghostbusters 2 is very underappreciated.
No.
If you want to tell me, man, it's not as good as the first one. You know what? Fair. But don't tell me that was a bad movie. It is not a bad movie.
No,
now,
it's not.
Ghostbusters 2016 was a bad movie.
We don't talk about that.
It's
And I'll tell you what. I could tell you, like, literally right from the moment they introduced, like, the concept of the painting existing, I could tell you that Vigo the Carpathian was going to be the evil douchebag from the beginning. And do you know how? I knew that?
Because they used the evil fucking music when they unveiled the painting?
No, even beyond that.
How?
The fact that, like, it's like, he seems to be a middle-aged nobleman. Yes, this is Vigo the Carpathian. Oh, a nobleman from the Carpathias? Fuck that. Fuck that guy. Whoever the fuck it is, fuck him.
If he's not a vampire, it still ain't good.
Yeah, no, I'm like, no. That dude's either a vampire or he killed thousands of my ancestors. Either way, it's bad. Sometimes it's both.
Yeah. Oh, Renfield and Dracula dead loving it. Actually, there are two horror spoofs that I actually really kind of like. One is Dracula Dead and Loving It. The other is Transylvania Twist.
Yes.
It's
yes. Well,
because that one is so dumb.
Oh, Transylvania Twist.
Transylvania Twist is so dumb.
It really is. And here's the thing: Dracula Dead and Loving It is also real dumb, and yet it is somehow it stays oddly faithful to the source.
Well, yeah, it's a Mel Brooks movie. You know, it was Mel Brooks sending up Hammer Horror Films. You know, and he don't send up things he don't like.
It's very true. It's very true.
You know, like, funny enough, like, one of the adaptations that was kind of least faithful to the subject material was Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Because, like, science fiction was so broad. You know, like, you have to, like, go to so many different places. It's hard to have a consistent look. You know, but Blazing Saddles looks and is filmed like a Western. High Anxiety is filmed like a Hitchcock movie. You know, Men in Tights is filmed like a Robin Hood movie. You know,
Young Frankenstein is filmed like a James Whale movie.
It is, yeah, exactly. So you see, when it's that focused, there was another one that he did that was his Fellini send up. The 12 Chairs.
Yeah. Oh
the one that like nobody remembers or has seen, because a lot of people didn't get it, because in order to get it, you had to be into Euro trash art films.
I'm gonna, what I'm gonna do this weekend. I'm gonna look on the Internet Archive and see if that's. It's probably there.
Oh yeah, there's got to be a copy of it floating around. Like,
yeah. I mean, if I could find Pink Flamingos on Internet Archive, I can find this.
Yeah. I mean, that thing's got to be on like DVD or something.
Oh, I thought you'd be so proud. My dear friend Gabriel, we showed him the Greasy Strangler for the first time.
Oh.
At the end of the film, I turned to him and I said, "So what'd you think?" And he looked at me and he went, "You know how like you're one of my best friends? Yeah. I fucking hate you and I want to strangle you right now from this couch. I can't believe you made me watch this." And I went, "Yes, you have now been tested in fire and grease."
Oh shit, The 12 Chairs is actually a direct adaptation of a novel.
That's hilarious.
I did not know that. Yeah, not only is it a send-up of a very specific type of movie, it's also an adaptation of a specific book.
That's hilarious.
That part I didn't know. But yeah, like Brooks don't make fun of good. He doesn't go to the trouble of spoofing something in a movie if he doesn't love it.
Man's a genius.
Yeah, yeah. We'd have no David Lynch without Mel Brooks.
Very true.
You know, it was him that got Mel Brooks produced most of his early movies. And in fact, I think he produced all of them with the exception of Dune. Like he did The Elephant Man. I'm pretty sure Mel Brooks also helped produce like Wild at Heart and Twin Peaks, the Twin Peaks show. But the thing is he never allowed his name to be put on. He didn't want his name to be put on any of David Lynch's movies because he didn't want anyone to think that it was going to be a Mel Brooks film. You know, it's like if I put my name on it, yeah, it'll have marquee value, but they'll come in thinking it's a comedy. You know, like that's not what David does. Like you basically Mel Brooks saw like Eraserhead and was like, "This is genius." Yeah, which of course he was right.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, very weird to go like great patron of the arts, Mel Brooks. You know, but for real, yeah.
Oh, you want to hear something great? Is that like so? A dear friend of mine who I love very much, absolutely hates Aleister Crowley, and I understand why. Awful man, I get it. Bit of a racist, I get it.
Bit of a bitch, yeah.
Yeah. But I told him the other day, I was like, "Hey, let me ask you something. You like Twin Peaks?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course I love Twin Peaks. It's one of my favorite shows." Then you gotta thank Aleister Crowley. And he looked at me, he's like, "The fuck are you talking about?" Well, if there was no Aleister Crowley, there'd be no Kenneth Anger.
And if there's no Kenneth Anger, there's no Twin Peaks. Yeah.
You know, if there's no Kenneth Anger, there's no Yodowarski. And if there's no Yodowarski, there's no David
Lynch. Yeah, without David Lynch.
David Lynch, no Twin Peaks.
Yep.
And I said that, and he looked at me, and he was like, "I hate you," and I'm like, "That's fine."
Yeah, like these are the real wizards, man. The real wizards, you know.
Oh, by the way, in case you want to watch the full thing, someone took like all the existent parts of the Lucifer cycle and put them on YouTube as like one.
Yeah. I've watched it. You know, it's only like 45 minutes, so like yeah, I've watched it. Yeah, you're talking like my brother's exorcism. No, the resurrection of my demon brother, and inauguration of the Pleasure Dome.
No, so the Lucifer cycle is pretty much like it's all of Kenneth Anger's movies.
Oh,
like Scorpio Rising, all that shit.
No, God damn it. Sorry, I put up the Lucifer cycle and start selling me bicycles. Yeah, Kenneth Anger, Lucifer Rising, the Magic Lantern cycle.
The Lantern cycle.
The Magic Lantern cycle. Yeah.
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 Someone put the entire thing up there. Yeah.
And yeah, like Fireworks, Puce Moment, Rabbit's Moon.
Rabbit's Moon is really good.
I haven't seen that one.
It's real good. It's
Scorpio Rising, also known as Kenneth Anger is gay. Gay, gay, gay. Gay, 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 gay. Gay, 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 gay. Gay, gay, gay. He's not straight. He's gay.
I thought the greatest thing was that the neo-Nazis tried to sue Kenneth Anger because he depicted several of their symbols in Scorpio Rising. He's like, stop associating us with faggots. And I'm just like, hi, do you realize who your members really are?
Oh my fucking God.
Like, I'm like, you realize you're all gay.
You're all sodomites, and you all have race fetishes. Get over it. You know, like fucking. And I say that I speak the true on that one because like,
speak the true.
Holy fucking crap! Like, I don't know how. There is no such thing as in the world as a neo-Nazi that doesn't want to fuck a black woman.
Or
they don't fucking exist.
Or, and I would argue this, or get fucked by a black guy. There's a secret desire. There's a secret desire for it.
Yeah. Actually, I would accept there is. There are also dudes who want to get raped by black men. I'd be like, okay, fair. So Kenneth Anger is gay? Look, let me put it this way. If he's not gay, he still had sex with a lot of men.
Kenneth Anger is not gay.
He might be bisexual, but I feel like he would be only in an academic sense.
No. Kenneth Anger is not gay. Kenneth Anger is a flaming faggot. He is a flaming beacon of faggotry on this planet. And God, we love it.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, he was an old queen. You know, I one of the things I think is so weird. So like I am absolutely fixated on the bodies of women, right? But so many of my favorite performers and artists are gay and make being gay part of their whole their art, it's a centerpiece. All over the place. Like, come on your chest. It's all over the place. You know, and I always find myself going, I don't know if that says anything about me. And if it does, I don't know what it is. Like most of the artists I really truly admire, they're super gay.
Well, Jack, you're if I can be perfectly honest in my opinion, you're bisexual, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah, that's true. But it's still like odd because
like,
it's weird. It is the like completely fixated on the female body, but you know, if I may paraphrase you, I love faggotry. And I am very unapologetic about it because I think it's wonderful. You know, I think it's what the world fucking needs.
I would agree.
Yeah, it's what the world needs, and it got to a point where all the straight guys, because they're not all. They may not be gay, but they definitely want to have sex with men. That's a Roy Cohn homosexual. You know, fucking. And the other thing that I found out looking into some of these guys, they've always been incels. We didn't have the name for it, but that's who these guys always were.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? You know, like, and it opened my mind up to a possibility I hadn't really fucking considered. Because, in my mind, this is the way out. Like, okay, so you have trouble with women. You don't necessarily hate them, but you're frustrated by being in relationships with them. Being gay is your way out. You can dip out of that whole thing entirely. Like, you could just be like, nah, fuck it, don't care. I could drop the whole thing. Why? I fuck dudes. I fuck guys. I fuck other men. I don't. She wants to friend zone me? Fine. Oh my God, fine. I'll call you when I want. I'll call you when I want to hear an old hag's opinion. Diane, you know, like, you can just dip out. You don't need to worry about shit. You don't need to be a misogynist. You can just fucking, like, you're just done. You can just go. But I hadn't considered that maybe that's why some of them are having trouble with women, is they're so closeted. So closeted that they're blaming women for the fact that they're not straight.
Statistically speaking, 97% of the most vehement homophobes turn out to be closeted homosexuals. That is not something I made up. There is a 20-year study dedicated to that statistic. So yeah, anytime I see, like, quote unquote straight men involved in, like, vehemently, like, over the toply homophobic behavior, I'm just like, you really want to suck a dick right now, don't you? Like,
And
you
the funny
really
thing is,
do.
I think about guys when I was a teenager who would fantasize about gay bashing people. And it took me forever to put it together, because I was like, wait, weren't we all also afraid that they, like, would rape people in Boy Scout camp? Wait a minute. Pull back. What? That's what? Yo, it's that whole, like, wait a minute. Why are you fantasizing about gay bashing people? You fuck dudes, or you know, you fuck boys.
Oh, well,
Well, see,
well,
if
like,
you're on top, it's not gay.
Well, no. I mean, like, the how to put it, the high school and early 20-year-olds who fantasize about gay bashing people. It's like, why does that happen? Well, because they're raised as heterosexual men, so they have an inherent acquaintance of violent and aggressive behavior with their sexuality to begin with, and they're so deeply closeted and ashamed of their homosexuality. The only way that their mixture of repressed sexual aggression and desire towards men can be expressed in their own heads in a way that they can cope with is, how to put it, they won't fantasize about brutally fucking a guy, but they'll fantasize about brutally beating a guy, and it just equates to all the same in them, because being raised as a heterosexual male in the West is a fucked up mindset.
Fucking skin's gonna hit skid at some velocity or another.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's really what it is. And then, like, oh, what's this whole thing about being, you know, why are we so concerned about the Boy Scouts? Because there's a lot of gay sex that happens in Boy Scouts.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah, and a lot of it is not consensual.
when it okay, so you're talking about child predating. I'm saying amongst boys, amongst the teenagers themselves.
There are a lot of young gay guys in Boy Scout. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, get right down to it, makes sense. This is why I wanted to join this. See, I wanted to join the Girl Scouts for the exact same reason. I was like, wait, if I'm the only male, well, that's why they don't let any males in. Maybe I should test this premise. Then there'd be girls all over the place. And then you get in a situation where it's you, and I'm not in Girl Scouts, but like, just any other situation where it's you and just a bunch of other white girls, and you realize what a horrible mistake you have made. Oh my God.
I will say, the Girl Scouts of America currently radically accepts transgender and non-gender femme presenting people.
Yeah, which I think is, I think that's cool because, like, if you were a mask presenting queer person, you probably don't want to be in the Girl Scouts anyway.
Yes, but that's the thing. So I just want to point that out. The Girl Scouts has progressed to this much, and the Boy Scouts are still like, I don't know about like gay scoutmasters. I don't know about that.
What do you mean you don't know about it? You're not, okay, well, then you got a problem with reality, because let me tell you.
Well, yeah, because again, it was the whole equating thing, right? Was they were like, well, people are concerned about pedophiles, so clearly
that's why I want out gay scoutmasters. Because I don't know if you know this, but out gay guys don't tend to be pedophiles.
Yeah, it's weird that way.
Yeah, hi, I'm gay. I like getting rammed in the ass. Okay, cool.
This is my husband, Clark. He made muffins.
Yeah. That was the one thing about, like, South Park that I was very appreciative of. Big Al.
Oh, I love Big Al.
Yeah, Big Al's great, and it's just like, no, you should let the guy be a fucking scoutmaster. What the fuck? Yeah, so what if he's gay?
I'm super. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, as long as he's not like, like raping anybody, who gives a shit? And people are like, well, they're more likely to. No, they're not. They're less likely.
That's literally what none of the information says.
Yeah. All the information says out gay men are less likely to be pedophiles. Why? Because there's nothing to hide. That's part of the whole. That's sexual predators hide among marginalized groups. Once it's out, that cover and that protection that a community gives to its members that they are kind of leeching off of goes away, because now you know who everyone fucking is.
I'd like to make an amendment to that statement, which is that sexual predators target a lot of marginalized groups. They hide amongst the status quo. They hide amongst the status quo. That's what that is.
Yeah.
They
prey on marginalized groups but hide among the status quo. That's a better way of putting it. Yes.
Yeah. And the thing that always got me, right, is like the whole thing of like, well, yeah, but if it's like an adult male attacking, assaulting a prepubescent male, that's home. No, it's not. It's like, well, then why? Because young men are less likely to report this because we are so sexually stunted that we have such shame revolving around this.
Yeah.
That they will most likely not report it. It has nothing to do with preferences. It has everything to do with getting away with abusing your power dynamic.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all it is, you know. Oh God.
Yeah. All right. I should probably sign off for now. I got a few things I gotta do, and I saw you yawning a bit, so like we should
What?
probably.
No.
I know, because it's like
Oh,
midnight plus where you are.
oh, though, can I tell you something real quick that I think you'll enjoy?
Oh, please.
So, as you know, like on and off, I've been like working on like writing like an anthology of stories that I want to try to get published as a solid work.
Mm-hmm.
And something beautiful happened the other day, which was so one of the first stories in the collection. There is a side character who everyone I send this original story to, they like, oh, I love that little side character. He's only there for like a minute, but he's fun. He's nice. I like him. So ever since I wrote that story, I've been thinking in my head, I need to fucking kill this guy by the end of the fucking book because people like him, so he has to die. You know, and then suddenly yesterday I woke up and you know that thing of like you're kind of still laying in bed and you're kind of coming back to consciousness a little bit.
Yeah.
In that little in between space, suddenly in a flash, I got exactly the idea of how he was going to die and how it was going to upset everyone who read it. And I was like, thank you. Like, thank you, void of the subconscious. I love you.
Yeah. Yeah,
and,
no,
you know,
that's cool. That's very cool.
And the answer was clear. His wife has gone crazy and is listening to voices in the radio, and she kills him horribly and gets away with it.
I'm still trying to get the Countess to finish one of her 2 novels. One is I like a lot is The Marine Layer, which is basically for 4 reasons, and there actually is a reason. The world in over one night, the city of San Francisco becomes like this underwater kingdom.
Ooh.
And there is a pirate. And it's basically everyone for lack of a better way of experiencing themselves archetypally. You know, like there's this one gay tech guy, corporate tech guy. He's the guy who turns into the pirate.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yeah. But what's happening is that everything that he has built is coming down. Like he's starting to lose all his money and all that stuff. And so his world in the Marine Layer is a pirate ship that is sinking. And he doesn't know what to do. There is a young girl who turns into a mermaid, and she's doing okay. Like she's actually doing okay, but her problem is that there is a young boy, a guy her age, who is sinking into the bay, and at the bottom of the bay is like a Cthulhuoid fucking ruin. Like a Relayan ruin, and there's like, you know, like a dark entity in the inky blackness that's calling to him. And one of the others, the guy who sets everything in motion is a super old hippie called Moby Doby. And it's his story is all about his relationship to the cop that keeps busting him. And the whole story starts out with Moby Doby's hand was turning, you know, there was webbing growing between his fingers, and the sensation of the flesh around his chin sagging and becoming like that of a bullfrog. And as he looked at his hand, which was also changing, he said to himself, God damn it, man, not again.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. The other is a comedy about a psychic that can see the future.
Okay.
But he can't change what he sees.
Okay.
But he can change everything around it. It's one of those, like, you know, you look into the Palantir, the black ships will arrive, but what you don't necessarily know is it's Aragorn on that boat.
Right.
Like that kind of thing. And he's being kept in a government facility, and one day he just walks out. And everyone's like, how did he walk out? And the answer is because he can predict the future. And then you realize, oh, wait, he's not, they think they're holding him prisoner. But he's actually keeps himself in this situation because he can't deal with all the possibilities of the outside world.
I mean, like a locked down federal building does have schedule and certain.
Exactly. So they're all like, you know, like, oh my God, subject what's his fuck has escaped. It's like, no, he didn't escape. He literally just walks out because he could do that at any time. And his companion is a cat that he picks up right as he leaves the building. Like, he's never seen this cat before, but he's like, ah, there's the cat, and just picks it up and takes it with him. And the cat starts talking to him, you know, and he's like, wait, you can, it's like, I didn't know I could talk to animals. And the cat's like, no, you can't talk to animals. I can talk to people.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah. The cat is psychic. The cat has telepathy. He doesn't. Oh my God. And it's one of those like weird it was kind of modeled off Pulp Fiction, because like you move from that to a guy who's getting fired at his job to a kid who's trying to pass a test.
Ooh, non-linear story.
Yeah, that's a non-linear story that eventually, like, you figure everything fucking comes to a head, and like why he walked out, why he escaped from the facility, and what he's actually doing, and why. You know, and I was like, God damn it, you need to fucking write this book. This is gonna be. This is really good.
Nice.
You know. All right, I'll let you go. Y'all take care. Avistas Disco Inferno. Satan, I love you very much. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan, everybody.